Welcome to our podcast. This is All Strength.
No int. I mean, yeah.
What do you mean? This is Steve speaking.
And your awesome looking host,
Your Toastmaster. And we have our special guest again.
Edgar.
Edgar the Tiger. I don't know.
He's great.
Edgar the
These
Rooster.
are going to be great edits later for Oscar. Hi, guys. It's Edgar.
So we are going to continue talking about our experiences in World of Warcraft in light of the expansions coming out, and we're going to talk about the expansion as well. So I think the last time we left off on Cataclysm. So we're going to talk about some more Cataclysm. Apparently all of us didn't play it, so I think Eric knows a little bit about the lore at least.
Well, the only thing that I liked about Cataclysm, I didn't play it, but I went back and did some of the heroic instances, is that they had, what was it? There was something with it had to do with the bronze dragonflight or whatever, where you go back in time and you go back to how the Legion first invaded. So you go to Ajara and you pretty much go through the whole storyline, which that instance is like reading the War of the Ancients, which is the first 3 books that I personally read about Warcraft. So you kind of play out their whole thing, how Ajara kind of gets corrupted, and then she kind of opens the gates for the Legion to come in to Azeroth for the first time.
Oh, they actually had the story of Ashar before Warlords of Draenor. Did she ever come out? Well, I mean, I'm kind of moving ahead, but did she ever come out more in any of the other expansions?
Yeah, in Legion.
Do you fight her?
No.
Oh, too bad.
She's there though. It's a quest. You go.
Yeah.
In
I played that.
What's that area? Ajara.
Is it? Yeah,
No.
it is. Yeah,
Is it?
I think so.
Is it a Legion
it's
or
the
Warlords of
beach
Draenor?
place, right?
Yeah, it's the water.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
water
The
place.
little,
where-
like, moonish,
It's where you meet that
area.
giant.
It's the whole Harry Potter area.
Yeah, it's where you meet that. You see her when you meet that. The fish guy, right? Is he a fish guy?
The Naga?
No.
Get bleeped.
No, it's
The Naga. Naga stole my
No,
butt.
right there is the it's you're doing that quest where you have to like, I called it the Harry Potter thing because you had to get a costume, a scholar costume. And you
Oh,
get a
okay, I
wand
remember
and do
that.
But isn't there the fish people with you?
Yeah,
And he's the one that.
someone who saves
Yeah.
you, right?
He's like I can't believe it's you when you come out of the cave or whatever.
Yeah,
he rescues you.
That's the only time you
Yeah,
see her. pretty
right.
much.
That's the only time you see her. It's also there's a giant dude inside the cave with you in prison.
Yeah.
And I remember that was a thing in like the forums or whatever. People were talking about it. It's like, how the hell did he get in there?
I know. It doesn't make sense.
Like, he doesn't fit through the door. He's too big.
Yeah.
He went
All right,
in
so for
sideways.
Cataclysm, that happened where you actually get the
Sorry.
backstory of that. No, that's okay.
But they also, what I
nice.
like is
Yeah,
they
we got
do
stream.
like a what if. So
Oh.
you do instances if like Tyrann was corrupted, or if all the leaders get corrupted or whatever, and what would happen
That's pretty cool.
if you and you have to fight each one of them.
And then they had the other trash where they redid the instances. Remember that?
What?
They redid like BWL.
Well, and
And
they
some-
remade
and,
everything. Azeroth got burned by Deathwing, and you can fly. That's when you can fly in Azeroth now. and
Lame.
That's when the whole world changed. I mean,
Yeah.
the Barons split.
into
And,
two. That was a good thing. That was a good thing.
Thousand Needles.
Baron
got
split. Yeah,
flooded.
that's a really good thing.
Thousand Needles.
It was
got
at the
flooded.
size of
Yeah.
Africa.
It wasn't
now
the
it's
same
the
Barons
size of...
chat anymore.
I know.
No. And a bunch of stuff happened. Like Desolus became all green and stuff. It was nice. Actually,
Oh, and then
like
some place got flooded. What is it? The
what I
Thousand
said.
Needles. Oh, you just said that, didn't you?
Thousand
There-
Needles.
Thousand Needles, yeah.
I kind of miss Thousand Needles how it used to look though.
I hated that canyon because
It's like
climb up the
Right?
stupid elevators
Like,
back and
basically,
forth. Like,
level
oh my
60
God.
mountain,
It
and
was
it would
just a
take like 3
corridor you
hours
had
to
to
get
go
from one side to
through.
the other side.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. It was literally just a place you had to walk through.
There was
It's like our
quests?
catwalk. down
Honestly, yeah,
here.
it never. Yeah, I
There
remember
was
just
quests
wandering
there?
through it.
No, yeah.
There was,
I figured
but
that
for
out. It was
Horde.
like a Torium.
I know there was. There's both.
Yeah, there was Alliance ones
Yeah.
too.
Really?
They were
Maybe
like
like one or
Night
two.
Elf
They
as
were
well.
like little camps. Oh yeah, that's right. A night
Yeah,
elf.
on top of the hills.
No.
Or on top of
Yeah,
the...
there were some on the hills, but on the the west side of it,
Yeah, where they were connecting.
where it was green.
Yes.
How do you guys remember this?
because we quested that.
That's when I played a lot.
I never pressed the. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know. I only went there to get to Gadgetson.
I remember being Alliance and wearing that one robe, that like the purple one, looks like a mage one, and with the stupid fucking hat that you used to wear, that all like clothies used to wear, and the green emerald fucking necklace. You guys remember that?
No.
Everyone had the same gear. It was like gear from Strathloam and shit. God.
I didn't play Alliance.
Anyways, we're going back to vanilla. Let's
Oh yeah,
go
whoops,
back.
whoops.
Or
All
Castle.
right.
All right, so I mean that was pretty much all that happened for Cataclysm since
Yeah,
we
it was
never
good
played it.
lore wise. I think it was good.
But I know they added transmogrification on that expansion. They added
I'm not about the Xmog life. Sorry.
Oh,
X-Mog
I'm all
life?
about that shit.
everyone's about the Xmog life.
God, dude.
And they also added yeah, because you have terrible transmogs. Anyways, they also added
'Cause I don't care, man. I
legendary
get a new piece of gear,
weapons?
like, fucking lazy, whatever. Like I did my transmog all blue and it's like freaking yellow or something. Like whatever. Fuck it.
a lot of people got legendary weapons during that one too. I remember Rogues had it. Didn't someone else have legendary weapons?
I don't like. I didn't play, so I really don't.
I know that I think there's a
They
lot
were
of
the
legendary weapons.
fangs or something, right?
Yeah, fangs of.
I think rogues were the rogues and something else. I think there was only 2 legendary weapons.
Wait,
Warlock or
is that
mage
where they
like that?
introduced the claw weapons for BOAs?
No.
Because
I
they
don't
did that for the
remember.
challenging thing, or for the
I don't
arena,
remember.
whatever they did.
The battle place,
Yeah, something like
Fight
that.
Club, whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, that's the
Fight
one.
Club.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
I
what
think
it is.
I think if you maxed that out, you were able to get the claw BOAs.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. And you could also get like a ring, I think, from there.
Yeah.
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 Hey, we got to
that's
go to the
gone.
Maelstrom in that one too. That shit's been around since like the beginning of
Oh,
time.
that's
Warcraft, right?
In the middle of the map. the
Warcraft
Maelstrom.
3, you would see that on the map. You're like,
Yeah.
ooh.
That's when Thrall left his mantle.
Wasn't Cool Dan?
Gave up
Didn't
his
Cool
mantle.
Dan mess that place up in Warcraft 3? Because he grabbed something and then it went to shit. And then also trying to fight him off, and then
I don't remember, man.
it was a long time ago.
They
Okay,
didn't
I have a
play it.
question though. Like, who was Deathwing? Because I had never heard of him. But like when
Supposed-
Deathwing, if
here
you
we
read
go.
the story, he's like probably the enemy of a lot. Deathwing's the same guy in the BWL, the last
Yeah.
boss.
He's
Okay,
supposed to
yeah,
be the.
see, like
no,
I never did that, so I didn't know. Like you guys were talking about it, and when Cataclysm or like when we were playing again, you guys
Mhm.
were talking about it, and like you knew him, and I'm like, I don't remember this guy.
So Deathwing, you know how there's Elistraza?
He's from
Is
the
that
Black
the
Dragon
drag-
flight, right?
Yeah,
he's supposed to be the protector,
the-
isn't he?
Earth. Yeah, the Earth Warden.
He's like
Earth
one,
Warden,
of, one
yeah.
of all the dragon.
So they have,
leaders.
you have life, magic, time,
Life is green, magic is blue, time is
bronze,
gold,
bronze,
or bronze.
and then I think you have him.
and then red.
He was supposed
What's
to be-
red? Life.
That's life. He was supposed to be.
And he's the warden of all of them. He's black.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like Earth Warden. Like he was supposed to be the protector.
He's big
Hmm.
boss.
But he got corrupted
By what?
by I think the Titans.
Oh, okay.
I thought
They're
it was the old
slowly,
god.
like, corrupted or whatever. Because if you read the books, they actually go back in time when they're like friends,
Mhm.
and like they're supposed to be helping the lesser beings or the lower beings, whatever.
Yeah.
And he he hates them. He doesn't like them, even though he's supposed to be their protector.
Yeah.
So he started slowly getting corrupted, and then he he kind of just turns on them. And
I
then,
thought he got corrupted by one of the fucking the water old god. Because he's so far underground, they said that the voice is because I'm talking to him.
Wait. So you
Or
guys,
was it Sethune? One of those two.
so you guys fought him in BWL,
Mhm.
and what
he
happened?
dies.
Right. So he dies,
Well, see, he dies multiple times, but he doesn't
Okay.
really die.
and
Obviously.
then for Cataclysm, he just like became super powerful all of a sudden. How did he get? so
No,
much
he
power?
just became himself.
He's
he got
always
free.
been powerful.
He
So
got
how
free.
come you? Oh, so he was like enchained when he was in BWL.
Yeah, well, he was like, he was chained down, and then like he was getting like armor on him because he was like destroyed, I think.
No,
And then he gets loose because he's good to go. I think goblins were like putting his armor together. That's why he's all part
well,
metal.
you remember there was that quest to kill Anixia or whatever, and it
Mhm.
turns out she was the king's advisor.
Yeah.
That's his daughter.
Oh.
Anixia is
Nefarian's the
Deathwing's daughter.
son.
Oh. Okay.
And he's always. Well, actually, you're right. Nefarian's not Deathwing. So Nefarian is his son. So you're right.
I was like, what are you
Oh,
guys
okay.
talking about?
So, Deathwing, he's always been in the shadows. He was actually like disguised as someone else.
Oh, okay.
and then he turns out to be. Who
I
he
thought
is
okay. I
eventually.
remember he was shunned for some reason. He made bad choices or something like that, and then all the dragon flights were like, you need to like stay away, and then
so
I
he
know
was in
that he
hiding
was
until he
like
could build up his power then.
yeah, basically he was just like really weak because parts of like the dragon soul are like part of all the flights, and he wanted that. I think that's how he fucked up. He wanted the dragon soul so he'd become powerful, but they all like shut him down and they locked him away somehow. And then when he gets freed, he still has that power and he got improved on because I guess I don't know if he paid he obviously had to pay the goblins because goblins love money to help him improve his army and all this other shit.
Mhm.
And then all the dragonflights got together again to make the dragon soul to Kamehameha him and kill him.
And
Actually,
that's when
really kill
Thrall
him.
becomes the Earth Warden.
And
Yeah.
to give like a TLDR or too long didn't read for the uninitiated, Deathwing the Destroyer, formerly known as Neltharion the Earth Warder,
Neltharion.
was one of the 5 dragon aspects and leader of the Black Dragon Flight.
What are we
Ages
missing?
ago, Neltharion was empowered by the Pantheon
There we
with
go.
dominion over the earth and the
Called it.
deep places of Azeroth. However, driven mad by the old gods, he turned against the other
the old
aspects
gods.
during the War of the Ancients, eventually abandoning his title of aspect of the earth in favor of being the aspect of death.
Hmm.
And that's without the details and stuff like that. I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah.
Just
Pretty
for the
close to what we
people that-
said. Pretty close.
Yeah, for the people that didn't know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
no,
from
that makes sense.
Wowpedia, if anybody ever wants to look that up or anything.
Now that I think about it, I know this is off topic. We're not really off topic, but you know how one of the black dragonflight guys survived? He's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
little kid
The
that
son?
helps you. And
Yeah.
The prince.
if you think about it, though, when he gets mad, his eyes glow red.
Maybe he's
Sylvanas.
taking over Sylvanas' mind. Bum bum bum.
Because he disappears.
Yeah, after Miss Pandaria.
Well,
That's true.
He in WoD, he does something.
He
Oh yeah, in
starts
WoD.
WoD.
Yes, he initiates WoD.
Doesn't
Yeah.
he make the time bronze guy go mad?
No, he
Isn't the
Oh, he
bronze-
initiates it. You're right.
Isn't the time dragon a little gnome?
no me.
No,
Or-
yeah,
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
You
but
know
there's a
me,
lot of
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But there's one of
You
them in
know
the
me,
beginning of WoD
Uh-huh.
that was trying to get Garrosh to do something. I forgot what it
It's
was.
in the
Remember
book.
that?
He like they take one of the bronze dragonflight dragons,
Mhm.
and he rewinds time to go back and open up the gates for WoD.
There you go. But
Before.
there is also a part 2 that he in
He
WoD.
becomes mad,
Yeah.
but he initiated that because he wants to get them to fight the Legion,
Yeah, and he wanted
and they don't want to group up together to fight the Legion. He says the Legion's coming, and they don't believe him. Like if you do the whole Cape quest,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
the whole thing he's trying to do is prepare
Right.
you for the Legion.
So you
So-
think the whole time that
He's
they're
at-
not working together, they work together, and then now this last expansion, they're like, fuck it.
Well, that's why he makes the Iron Horde. He made the Iron Horde to fight the Legion.
Yeah.
That story is really messed up, though. I haven't even talked about Warlords draining it. But, so yeah, that's Cataclysm then.
Well, I do want to touch on like the technical aspect of Cataclysm because I did watch the Blizzard not documentary but the director basically talking about basically the walkthrough or history of World of Warcraft, and he was
It
saying
the
how
developer. Right?
yeah
the developers.
the director of the
Well, it was like multiple of them talking.
right that because I do want to touch on like the technical
Right.
side because they were saying how Cataclysm brought forth like a whole new technology to the world. Because if you kind of see, they kind of sundered the earth with Deathwing,
Yeah.
and they had to make that appear on like multiple characters appear one way, and then on other characters that I finished quests like a whole nother way. So they introduced like a whole new technology, which
Instance.
The-
like an instancing, which was like a phasing or whatever
Phasing,
is
there we
what they
go.
were calling
Hey, is
it.
there still fire in
Uh,
those Syrian places?
Phasing already existed. That came out in Breath of the Lich King.
No, it came out in TBC because in what's that last place up top north in
The island.
the little islands? If you freed the quest around there, if you did the quest around there, the animals inside the ecodomes either would be released or killed or whatever it was like that. And depending on where you were in that, on some of those quests, you wouldn't see each other, and that was in the Burning Crusade.
Okay,
But it was little things.
but
Like this
yeah,
was
that was
actually
different.
like a
Yeah.
Whole zone.
It's changed them like the map
Yeah.
and
Well-
just the land and everything.
in Breath of the
Wrath-
Lich King. That's what happened because in
Mhm.
in Northern, the very top part of Northern,
the
or
whole
the-
trial or whatever.
the whole Trial of the Crusader.
Crusader, yeah.
Yeah, but that whole zone was
Mhm.
dependent on how much you had done it because you had to
Right.
slowly invade into it, and depending on how far along you were in the invasion of that
Right.
zone, if you went in with your friend and he hadn't done that area, he was literally
Well, even the
all bad guys.
That
He was
is
still-
true.
even
Yeah,
the-
I do remember
Yeah.
that. But they were
What-
saying
what
that
What you're talking about was
Ebenhold.
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 Yeah.
sorry.
But no, but what Edgar's talking about is when they released the game on
Mhm.
patch day,
Mhm.
they literally had to have the old world,
Yeah.
classic WoW world,
Right.
and the new world, and they had to find a way to have both worlds exist for all players at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
because,
what if you were on a certain level, like you couldn't see the?
yeah, because they didn't want you to
Syrian?
log. They didn't want you to log in and the world already be sundered.
Right.
They wanted you to experience it, so you had to log in
Oh,
and
I
then
missed
be in the
that then.
old world, and then you went through the quest, and you phased into the new world.
Right.
Wow, so we missed that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they were talking about it. They were like, okay, well, if they just log in and they're in the new world, in the
Mm-hmm.
Sundered world, well then you have the issue where if someone logged out here, but
Mhm.
now there's water there, or there's a mountain there, they're
Yeah.
inside a mountain. So that could be an issue. Or we could have just teleported everyone to the town, but that would also be kind of lame.
Well, actually, what they even thought
Wow.
about was because of how everything was destroyed. In a sense, you start like their easiest solution would just kill everybody.
Right.
Like literally, you log in dead.
Wow.
Yeah. That way, it's just easy for them. Like you have the new map. You spawn in a new or old cemetery, and then you res.
So is there still places in Azeroth that are still burning from Deathwing?
Yes.
Yes. The
When is that gonna stop?
The scar.
The
yeah.
scar, yeah,
The
and-
Barons.
yeah, and the
Oh,
barrels.
that's crazy though. I was just like,
It's
man,
healing, but it's not done.
why is
Yeah.
no one putting out the fire?
It's like
He
I'm just playing, I
He
know. It's a-
sundered
it's a
the
Matarasu
earth,
fire.
so
It
they
burns forever.
actually had to actively heal
It's funny, like
or not Earth. That's wrong.
somewhat on topic, but whatever. Like if you kind of compare that to Fortnite's happening like day after day. Like their world is changing
Yeah.
Yeah.
from like the storyline that
That's
they
kinda
have
cool.
going on. But like Warcraft is a much longer or prolonged storyline that you kind of are enveloped in.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so
So-
moving on from Cataclysm because I think we spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't play. Miss Pandaria.
Best expansion ever.
I actually liked it a
For
lot.
I liked
Some.
it. Everything.
I
actually
played
did
it for like the first 6 months, and then after that, I waited like a year or two, and then I played it for the last 2 years.
I mean, honestly, who watched the videos for Mist?
What do you mean?
What
The
video?
videos, those drawing videos they
Oh,
had. I
oh,
think they
oh,
were
the
really fucking
Animated comic
Awesome. Yeah.
things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they were pretty good.
And
Yeah.
actually, the Vol'jin book, was actually one of my favorites in their whole.
Honestly,
story.
I liked Mr. Pandaria mechanically. Like I felt like the mechanics were really good. For
Did
all
you
the
like those?
characters.
What are those instances called too? I missed them. The events
Oh,
that you can queue into.
they were
scenarios.
Scenarios.
Yeah,
I missed those,
were really
man.
cool.
Yeah.
There's. Oh, actually, I don't know if there are scenarios.
No, you
anymore.
can literally queue into scenario. It was like an instance.
Yeah.
LFG for
There were, like,
scenario.
3 players.
Scenario.
Yeah.
3 player
Scenario.
scenarios.
Scenario.
Yeah.
Scenario.
Those were pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. So I mean,
They were nice little story tidbits, and yeah, they were really cool.
and it was kind of a refreshing story too. I mean, I know it was like a lot of Asian culture in there and stuff and whatnot because of the pandas, but I mean, the quest. I mean, that's the first time I actually enjoyed doing the quest, and I think that's what they were gearing towards, right? Casual players doing quests in the beginning, were they not?
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
guess so. Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I'm not saying everyone probably would like them, but doing a lot of them were kind of cool because it was kind of like the whole phasing thing you guys were talking about. You know, after you would escape the first place and go into the little boat and go under that, like, you know, it would change the way
Right.
it was after that. And then once you open the
Mhm.
doors to the main Panda Land, I forgot what it's called again.
Oh, the gates.
Yeah, like that stayed open.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
And
know
then a
what
lot of stuff. I mean, when you climb up, I don't know if you did the quest where you climb up to the top of the mountain, you have to use
Yeah.
the rope. That also changed too because it calms down, like for some reason, like with your chakra or whatever.
Right. Well, in the
I thought it was really cool.
the Jade Forest, which is the starting area
Oh yeah.
for Pandaland, it's like if you don't
The
do the
middle.
quest
Yeah.
there, you don't have any allies, which are the Hosen, the monkeys,
Yeah.
or the fish people who I don't know who they are, but
forgot,
for the
but yeah,
alliance. Yeah. But yeah, if you don't do that, and then there's like a temple there, And if
Yeah.
you don't do it, then you don't get certain things.
In the middle, there's like a thing that gets broken too.
Right, that they gets, and that's like a huge thing, right? There's like a dragon or something, one of the like dragons that attacks it or something. That's why it breaks, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't-
I
Yeah,
remember.
it's really. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of things about that. Like, if you don't do it, that lore, that quest chain in there, like it. Yeah, you won't see most of that.
Okay,
information.
you're right, and I do remember like if you did the quest chains, they weren't even that long to complete a zone. Like you would complete a zone, and then it would like kind of lead into the next zone, but it was like they were short, so it wasn't like I'm already like over leveled for this area. I'm just gonna move on. It was
'Cause-
like
yeah.
you finished the zone and it kind of scaled with you. So I think that's when scaling came about, right? Or
Well,
was
they
that
probably
They
did,
didn't scale in that
they
one.
did a
No.
number squish.
I'll tell you one thing they
No.
did
No.
do though. They did do first time you couldn't fly in the beginning,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
They did.
Oh, yeah.
No, there was zones there, dude.
I thought you could.
No.
No, they were all zones. Jade Forest was
You had to
only
start with Jade
first
Forest.
2 levels,
I know,
3
but I'm
levels.
saying, but it scaled with you. Like,
No.
No, it did not scale with you.
Scaling didn't start. till
If you
after,
went to
until-
whatever there's
till,
something peaks, you would die
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Shaw
talking
Fear
ab-
was like level 84.
no, I'm talking about.
I've never seen that.
I'm,
even
I'm
in,
talking about those zones would still. Oh no, I guess you're right. Because
No,
I
no,
remember
no.
they were
even
like,
in
in
Warlords.
Draenor. Yeah.
Even in Warlords, you still didn't scale.
I'm not talking about all the zones scaling. I'm talking about like that zone. If you were like, what is it, 71? They would scale with you to like 70, up to like 73.
You mean-
No.
Hmm.
or something, whatever that
Not
zone was.
not in Panda.
Oh.
They were 81, right?
Panda,
60,
yeah,
70,
but you
70,
kind of
80.
had a trail, or we can go. You can skip. There's like optional ones where they were kind of and yeah,
Okay, never mind then.
yeah.
By the way, the Hosen thing, I didn't befriend them because there was an island somewhere else,
Mhm.
and I forgot what I grinded there, but yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, no, there
They
wasn't
were a
any.
big part of the story.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, so that's pretty much. I mean, for the storyline, yeah,
it was
Panda's
kind of off story.
monks. By the way, I forgot about that.
Yeah, monks. But
Oh, yeah.
it was kind of an off story, but it kind of led up to Warlords. I mean, the way it ended it was pretty good.
Well, not until the end. So I mean, the first part of the story is all about the Pandas, Mogashan, which is like their ancients, like their
Again,
Ancestors.
If you read the books.
that.
They had that Vol'jin book when Panda came out.
Anyways, moving on
was
with
already
that,
Garrosh's
and then they
corruption.
have the Calaxes, which is the bees, and then they talk about the old god, which is Thunder, and then they talk about Garrosh, right? Garrosh comes out and whatever, the whole time apparently. And if you read the
Well,
book.
I mean,
Pokemon.
if from the moment the Panda Land had started, like the whole thing was like
Oh, that's
that
right.
cutscene was like, what was I forget the other orc's name, but he was talking to Garrosh. He was like the General Narzium. I forget his name.
Talking about they
Yeah.
want to get there before the alliance.
Yeah, he's like, and you let them get there first, and he's all mad about it, and he like invades. Basically, he like sends the ships right away. He's trying
on the
to invade.
base. Yeah,
Yeah, he's trying to take over the land. It's like it's more land for him, like from the very start. That
well, that's
was
true.
his
That
goal.
does start that way.
Well,
And then you find out that everything's all weird.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like he was like trying to invade from the very start.
Yeah.
But they kind of move away from it, huh? You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the Alliance side. I don't know what they did. I never played Alliance side for Panda.
Alliance, what they did?
Yeah, I don't know.
they,
Were they also
um,
trying to invade or what?
No, I think they just happened to find it. I think it was Anduin was running away,
Anduin found it.
and then they had to try to go
They
Well,
had
I
to
know-
try
save
to
him.
rescue him.
I know that, but so
That's what-
once the Horde started trying to invade, the Alliance just trying to also invade.
I think Anduin was there first.
Well, that's- I
Anduin
know-
was
I
there
know,
first,
I know,
and they
because-
tried to find him to try to help him the whole time.
I know,
But they found a
after
new
the-
land,
right.
and that's why like the Horde went, oh well, they got there first. Let's send our shit in there.
But they don't try to. They don't really try to start shit with them. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think the Alliance was like trying to start anything.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
The
I
Horde
think the
just-
Alliance was just trying to get Anduin back,
Pretty much.
but the Horde
Basically,
captures because he was kind of like cooperating
Yeah.
for the most part. Because I remember doing those quests and I was like, "What the hell is this kid?" And I was like, "Oh, this is the king's son." And I was like, "Oh, well, I see the Horde." I was like, and he was, and the whole time you're like doing quests together, and he sends you on quests and stuff, and you're working together. And I guess that's what makes him be like later on he wants to befriend the Horde. He wants to end the fighting, and then
Do you
then a lot
remember
of
his
shit happens?
like his
Oh, yeah.
sprite back in the day in classic WoW? He looked like exactly like the Warcraft 3 kids.
Oh yeah,
But he was a Warcraft 3 kid.
Well, I know, but it's just funny. Like, it's just
that's how they grow up.
Like like a child peon or a child human.
like the child, like in
Human,
Warcraft 3,
yeah.
the child.
Yeah.
The little
If you
goofy
see and you
kids.
click on him, yeah,
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
all
yeah.
dumb. Like Timmy, remember Timmy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. Timmy from Strathlam. Oh, poor kid.
Timmy.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. And then so I mean, I mean, did you raid Edgar during Miss Pandera? Did you raid
I did LF.
LFR? Doesn't count. Did you? Just kidding.
That's part of the raid,
That's actually when it started.
Yeah.
and it was super awesome.
It was
It's
flex
so easy.
rating, and then LFG started.
It's so casual. It was super
LFR,
fun.
yeah.
It
I mean,
was
that was the
honest-
most casual of the all expansions.
That's when I had liked healing before, but that's when they made it so easy. It was just like ridiculous, and it felt nice to just like able
to be
heal
good at
so
something
well.
at one
Yeah.
for once in your
Yeah,
life.
that's like without having to try much. It was like really casual healing.
You're like, come on, these kids aren't trying much. Let's not try either. Oh, it's
Yeah.
working. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was nice. And then when WAD came out and then everything scaled, I was like, oh, this sucks.
I think it's a good time to move on to what actually. And your story was about the prince of Deathwing, or the son of Deathwing.
What is his
Prince
name?
something. Prince Ali Babwa.
Yeah,
Damn it. I was thinking of a
Prince
joke about
Ali.
that since you said Prince, but
Say it.
couldn't do it.
Say it, man.
No, I'm saying like I couldn't
Oh,
do it.
about
I was
Prince?
trying to.
Oh, when doves cry?
Yeah.
He how could his name, dude? But now you think
his name is the Black Prince.
Oh yeah,
that's
the
what
Black
it was.
Prince. Yeah.
I knew it was Prince something. Ali Babwa.
See, like
Rathian.
Raffion, the Black
Raffion.
Prince, is one of the new black dragons on Azeroth.
He just did the little.
he's the only one.
It's funny because when he transforms, you expect him
That's
to be
not
like a
true.
big ass dragon,
There's another one.
and he ends up being like
Yeah,
a little
and-
whelpling.
In Warlords of Draenor, you find another one.
Who?
The totem people had them. The cows. Remember when you get to High Mountain? He's the
Yeah, but that's in the past, and that's
Oh,
a different world.
High Mountain.
Wait, that wasn't in WoD, right?
Oh, that was WoD, wasn't it?
no, that's in Legion.
Was that Legion?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Oh,
High
you're
Mountain.
right.
Yeah, there's another one in hiding.
Spoiler,
He's
we're
foreign.
still on WoD, guys.
Sorry, but I just had to make that distinction.
No,
that
you're
there
right.
is
You're
another
right.
one.
I forgot about that guy.
There's other ones too. There's like more than
Wait,
one.
did you guys do the? Oh, this is the first time in Mr. Pandaria, by the way. I forgot to mention the first time they added getting a legendary item through quests, or
for
basically
everyone?
for everybody.
Yeah.
You got a cape. Did you guys do this
Oh
quest?
yes, I did. I had it for healing.
Okay, yeah. So
It was
everyone.
so good.
I know, and my DPS one
That
was
tanking
awesome.
one.
I actually don't even remember this because I still never came back from Wrath. of
Oh, you
the
had a
Lich
tanky
King.
one? I think I did too, but I ended up
My
getting the one for the rogue after it was like useless already, and I was like, oh. But it was really cool because it would do like little spikes and like do a
It
bunch
had,
of DPS.
animations and stuff.
Oh,
Pretty
the
good.
animations were so cool. I don't
The
remember.
only one that sucked was the tank one. Yours was like
No, the tank was pretty good.
thingies.
The tank
Wings?
was a freaking
Yeah. They
They
ox.
were like wings, right?
Yeah, and then DPS, ranged DPS would throw shit.
So
Like
is that
green
something that
spikes.
you just can't get anymore, or
No, it's done.
It was
Like,
part of. It was you had to do it during because you get stones or something
okay,
from raids.
interesting.
Stones from
It
raids.
It took a
and
while.
then
It took at least
a
4 weeks.
long
yeah.
fucking
And-
chain of
Wow.
requests.
Yeah, probably more than 4.
No,
probably,
that
at a
was
minimum.
more. I think it took 2
Dude.
months.
Yeah,
Dude,
it probably
yeah.
took, like,
Oh
8
yeah, there was
weeks.
a time
Yeah.
like you had to be some certain time
Well,
No.
for
if
something.
you did it while it was going, it took longer because it kept progressing. Like they
Yeah.
kept
Right.
releasing new.
And you didn't. It wasn't guaranteed that you would get a stone from each boss.
No.
Sometimes you just wouldn't get one.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah.
A
It-
shard.
a lot of people did LFR.
Yeah.
And before they patched it, you can do LFR
them.
normal and heroic, and you had a chance to get a stone, and then they fixed it to only one per.
I thought you could
Total
do
raid.
LFR and heroic.
No, they patched it.
Oh, because I kind of remember people talking about it, but I thought it was like if you did LFR, you wouldn't get one in normal. You had to do heroic or something in order to. Get
I think they
normal.
may have done it that way, maybe after, but I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure it happened
remember.
in the beginning, and then they took it away.
I might just be remembering wrong.
But yeah, the only reason I brought that up is because it brings the leeway into Warlords of Draenor, where Eric just said that he went back in the time to put him back in the time. Excuse me, in order to bring them all together, right? To
Well,
fight the Iron Horde.
no, he made the Iron Horde to fight the Legion.
He made the Iron Horde.
Yeah, his whole point was to go back in time.
Make sure he wasn't influenced by Gul'dan,
Well, yeah, get them.
but he needed Garrosh
So
to do that.
essentially, it was
He wanted to
he-
build an army.
right. He's taking all the orcs from the Legion, so that's less army that the Legion has, and now he created an army for himself to fight against the Legion. But they kind of had their own ideas anyway, so they kind of did their own thing.
Well, it was kind of messing up the timeline or history or whatever. So they went back in time and fixed it.
Yeah.
So, and now in the game today, in Legion, did any of that shit happen? Is there any type of like
Fallout from it.
fallout? Yeah, exactly. That's a good word. Fallout from any of that, because I haven't seen any of those guys that
I
came
don't
out
think so.
Roland Drader and Legion. So that was
Because the whole like the horde thing, you meet Thrall's mom, but she doesn't know you're
Right.
Thrall. Like they kept that secret. So like they went back in time and try not to introduce themselves to their family and friends and stuff like that.
Right.
also
So they existed. They were just like they didn't know who they were. It's like with
but
Back
how
to the
does
Future.
Thrall's father know
Don't
that
you do
he's
that
Thrall?
in Durnhold?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
What?
you tell them not to like interact or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Thrall's father know that Thrall's Thrall?
I-
What's his name? Duratar?
Yeah.
I think,
Thoroltan.
I don't know. I think I don't remember, man.
Like they can't, yeah, because they're since related. They
I
know
think
it's
they
him.
did tell him in
And-
order to get him to trust him or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And isn't what's his face alive? The guy with the axe. What's his name? Thrall's best friend who dies to.
Oh yeah. Did he survive?
Yeah, he's spinning around on fucking what's his name? Sargeras. In the whole fight. Isn't that the guy with the axe?
The Star.
Garrosh is dead.
Hellscream, yeah.
Hellscream.
What the hell's his name?
Grom Hellscream.
Grum. Yeah.
He's not alive right now.
Well, he survived. So when they
He
went-
survives in WoD. He
Yeah, but
kills.
they-
He helps kill what's his face.
Yeah, but
Sargeras.
he doesn't teleport back.
So he just stays in fucking WoD
I
land.
think he
He
just
stays in
his land.
Draenor.
Can we go back to Draenor if we wanted to right now?
You can go to both. Yeah,
Oh,
2 instances.
there's like
Yeah.
nothing in there.
Well. Yeah, there's no point of going to those areas.
I don't even know how to go back there anymore. Like I forgot.
There's portals.
The
You can
Dark
literally go to
Portal.
the Blasted Lands, yeah. Or you can just
Oh
go to
yeah,
Orgrimmar,
Blasted
there's
Lands and
a portal.
Orgrimmar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can just do that too.
You go to Blasted Lands, or you can go to Blasted Lands before
Yeah.
Blasted Lands.
Yeah, it takes you to different Draenor.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean,
You have to talk to the Time Gnome.
and I mean,
or
Eric
time
rated a lot for Warlords of Draenor, but I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. I thought it was really boring.
HFC. Problem was, it was fun, but to do it for like 2 fucking years, kind of got old.
Yeah, like I did it for like maybe 6 months to a year, and then once it got to the last one, where were we? After beating what's that one orc without the hand? What's the name? Blackhand?
Black Hand.
After Blackhand, I think I did a little bit of the last raid. What was the last raid again? Fuck.
I just said it. HFC.
HFC. I think I just
Hellfire Citadel.
I
Okay.
ended up quitting.
I
Problem
think
was
that's-
Hellfire Citadel was out for like a year.
I think
Yeah, just like fucking another one.
for me, I've gone back like at a higher level to do all the raids and stuff. And that's the only one that I just have no interest in.
It's
And-
boring.
And the only one that I only did one of them because I paid a guild like 10k gold to run me through it so I could get the moose mount. That was the only reason I ever
That's
raided
cool
in
then,
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the moose mount.
That's HFC.
Yeah, I know. That's the only one that I ever. But I was just the last boss. That's the only thing I did. If we're raiding in that I can think of, I don't remember.
Well, he made it back. Gul'dan made it back.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean,
He's
he's part
alive.
of the Legion, so I mean, he's everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. But when you beat him in HFC,
Oh, he's the only guy
he
that
gets
actually.
teleported out.
Yeah, because prior to that, prior
Or
to
gets-
Worlds of Draenor, he's already dead a long time ago.
Yeah.
And what's the name grabs his skull so he can get demonic
And
powers.
that's why Illidan gets corrupted.
Right. So
Oh,
I don't understand like, I didn't get Warlords of Draenor at all. Like, yeah, it's cool that they travel back. I like now that you said that he was trying to build an army and stuff, it makes sense. But it like didn't do much because you went in Legion. Like the orcs aren't there. Like the Iron Horde isn't there to help them anyway. So it was all for nothing. I feel like.
I honestly
Well, I
feel the
mean,
same way.
Yeah.
It's
the
like
Horde
a
and the
useless story.
Alliance Kinda grouped up together and defeated
Oh,
the
I
Iron
guess
Horde.
so. I guess that's the only
That
thing.
was the
It
only thing that came
united
out of
the
it,
Alliance
yeah.
and the Horde.
Yeah, and then for Legion, they united again.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing it did. It was
So it was kind of it kind of worked out to
Yeah, it
the
worked.
Black Prince's
Design.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yeah, I see that.
I mean, I don't know if that's what he was going for, but it
I don't think
worked
so. But
out.
then after that, we didn't even hear about him again.
That's the thing is that's what I'm saying is he can either be disguised as Sylvanas because they can change into anything, anybody.
And maybe Sylvanas died a long time ago.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Bum bum bum. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean, other than the lore stuff there, what did you guys enjoy about Worlds of Draenor? Any type of like
I actually like the land, seeing all that stuff. Because like I said, I read all the books and stuff.
it was
So-
kind of cool. I mean, Warcraft 3 we heard about it, we played in it.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like
Well, we never played in it, but in Warcraft 3 we heard about it. Warcraft 2, if you play that, you weren't there either, but that's where they came from. I guess that is really cool actually if you think about it,
Yeah.
because you always heard about Draenor and that's where the orcs came from, but you never actually got to
And the
see
Draenei.
it. But you did see in Outland, but then
Nobody
in
cares about
Outland
space
it was
cows.
just like completely destroyed already.
Yeah.
But
see,
let's
that,
say
that kind of sucks right
I
there.
said and the Draenei, but nobody cares about space cows.
yeah, no one cares about Stray Scouts. No, I
Well,
don't
that-
think we even mentioned it. I
the
think we
horror-
mentioned Blood Elves last time.
Though,
That
like
was it.
that's kind of how Seraphine kind of goes back and thinks about what the shit they've done.
Mhm.
I mean, they literally demolished the Draenei
Yeah, no,
when
they
they
destroyed
when
them.
they went blood crazy when they got the curse.
Oh yeah, they were all.
They
yeah,
literally
murdered,
went into
murdered.
towns and killed kids and women and
Well,
everything.
even with Gul'dan, I mean, they were using the Draenei as fuel to power the portal. So, I mean, those guys were just fucked. Dude, they got that. Like, they're
The
like
movie?
dude, in Legion, their hometown gets destroyed, their god gets destroyed, the Naru guy, and it's like they're just dying, dude. They're like getting killed everywhere.
But then they have the Light Forge, which is.
I mean, cool, I guess. They're for like the 10 that's left.
No, they have. That's
All
the
right,
whole
so for our
other
next
thing.
one, we're gonna talk about the movie, right? Our next podcast is gonna be about the Warcraft movie.
I mean, I like the movie, but
I thought it was pretty good, but I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, okay, so there's no memorable experiences in Worlds of Draenor.
I mean, I read it with people. It was
What
fun.
was the thing we got? Was it a ring that we got for the legendary? That was lame.
Yeah.
It was
I
lame.
think it was
Oh,
a
the ring.
trinket, wasn't it?
No,
No, it was a
No,
ring.
it's ring.
Oh.
it was
a
a ring though, but it
legendary
was
ring.
good because
You could get a trinket at the end going into
What did the ring give you? or
Legion, I
something? I
think.
forgot.
it
Give you
increased your damage.
special
Close like a
powers. And then you could upgrade it, and then people always complain I didn't have it. I mean, when I was raiding. Yeah, I know.
For me, more than anything, I think that was the end of World of Draenor was when you guys convinced me to finally play again. Because I purchased it, but I don't know, I logged on and logged off.
So-
And then I signed in, and I think I was leveling with you. That's after I had leveled my mage, and you had like a priest or something.
probably.
And then we landed on the islands, and we had to do these tasks where we had to pick up flags and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
That's
it was
when
the
you got your
horde
fortress.
raiding. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that basically led to like the fortress. So for me, not playing since Wrath of the Lich King, coming up to like Draenor, it was interesting just being able to have a base that you can set up. Like it's something that had
Actually, that's I didn't even talk about that.
yeah,
I think that whole thing was pretty cool, but it got to the point where it was useless. That's kind of what sucked. Like it was good.
Oh, Garrison.
Your Garrison.
I
Garrison,
forgot about
yeah.
Garrison. That was the biggest thing about that stupid.
that's one of
fucking
the
biggest
expansion.
additions
I
that
thought
they
it was
did.
great.
yeah,
like,
but
As someone that doesn't raid or doesn't play like hardcore,
right.
I'm very casual in the way that I play, and like my goals in the game are different from you guys. Like you guys like getting to the end game and stuff like that. I just
Yeah.
like fucking around. And for like me, that was great because for
You
professions,
got to play by yourself, and you got to mine by yourself,
right? Dude, it
and
was
you
like-
got
it
to
was
plant
like-
by yourself.
It was
and you got-
farming simulator for in World of Warcraft,
and
All
then you got to
did was
raid by yourself.
tend your base. Yeah,
It was
like,
like
oh,
AFK
I need-
simulator.
I
dude.
You
need-
went to
yeah.
your own bar if
I'm
you
not
made
saying
one.
it was a bad thing. I'm just saying
no, it was great. You could get quests and you could get items like trinkets and pets and gear.
that was great,
I know.
but they should have kept scaling it up.
No, that's the
Oh.
thing that if you heard the developer talk or whatever, they like to introduce one thing per expansion.
Yeah.
But they don't want to keep it going throughout like the expansions in a sense. So
I think it
this
meant
is
just
something they
through the
kind of
Worlds,
left
you know.
behind. They left there in case you cared about it.
Yeah.
But it's not something that is required for the next.
Eric, did
No,
you
no, but
mean
I'm
through
saying-
expansion or just in the expansion?
In that expansion,
That's what I thought too. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, because
So,
it was
like,
useless at the
It
end
got
of the
to a
expansion.
point where like you're like at first you wanted to level up your guys, get them, get their eye level up, all this crap,
Item
right?
level, yeah.
And then it got to the point where like you're rating HFC or whatever, and it's like, dude, why are you sending those guys to quest?
Like I stopped
the only
mining
thing you
halfway
wanted
through
to
it.
do
was
is
gold.
is kill heroic
Yeah.
HFC fights or whatever.
Basically,
then
it
you
was
can
a
get-
it was a
you can
cash
get-
cow.
It
Yeah.
almost seems
The
like
only
gold
reason
is
you
the
to
only
keep your
reason to do it
garrison and
then.
keep doing this
Yeah.
stuff is a cash cow. Like if you want to get gold,
Exactly.
I don't know why the hell you want to keep getting gold. It bores the fuck out of me. But
Well, I mean, you didn't have
Because
to do
it's
anything.
passive. Yeah, you just send
literally
them
just
off
send them
and
on a
that's it.
mission and they do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all.
And then you just get money.
It wasn't a lot. I mean, it was like 100 gold,
Yeah, well, there were
25,
some.
50 gold.
Yeah, but
Some of them
if-
were 1,000, but it's like
right.
rare.
If you had the
I don't want any
Some
more
of the-
garrison resources.
some of the well, you needed more. Some of them,
Maxed
some of
out.
the people, some of your characters had buffs, and some of them were extra gold. So sometimes and if you sent all 3 that had gold on them, you go from like 100 gold to like 450 gold,
Hey, what
or
was the name of
1,000
the
gold
legendary
into
one?
like 2,000 gold. It
No,
was
I-
crazy.
yeah.
What
So
was
I mean,
the legendary follower? What's his name?
Corona.
there was a
Rona.
lot.
Did you guys get Rona?
I did.
You had
Yeah,
you had to
yeah.
do a raid, right?
No,
No, it was an instance. I think.
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was a scenario.
Was it a scenario? Oh, I don't remember then.
Yeah,
Oh, I was thinking of the Conan guy.
oh no.
I forgot.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
first
too.
instance.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, weren't the instances stupid hard? Well, not stupid hard. It's the first time they actually started adding like
mythic.
no, not only mythic, but the instances were a little bit harder because it wasn't just standing one place in DPS as a tank and DPS.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving around.
But now
They
you had
added
to
a
move
lot
around
more.
because there was like
There was
danger
a
zones.
lot.
That
Yeah.
was lame.
No, it was
Okay.
fun.
At first it was cool, but then after a while it's just like, okay, so every
easy.
instance, every raid, the only thing that's gonna be hard is me moving and paying attention. Like, that's really original. I mean, it bored me because
Compared to just standing there and doing nothing.
no, think of something else. Think of something that's
Okay,
cool.
but they did. I mean, that was what they added for that.
But that
expansion.
was literally every boss. It was like everyone has to stand on the left because there's gonna be a spray on the right. Everyone has to move from the back
Again,
to the
Are we
front
talking
because
about
there's gonna be something
instances, or are we
else.
talking about
Insane.
Both, both. They're exactly the same.
no instances? You actually had to do stuff. People didn't do it because you got to a point where you outgeared stuff. But like the first boss in the instance you guys are talking about, with the mines. What is it? I
The
forgot
first
what
one,
it's
yeah. I don't know.
called. The guy where you rescue that Conan guy.
Yeah.
He's got the little ads, the little guys that come out,
Mhm.
and then there's allies that you can get to deep hit them, and it makes them take more damage. You know, there's like little things like that.
Okay, I understand that, and,
And
that's always
then-
been the case. But then, the only thing I'm talking about is that you would have to pay attention to the floor because if you were standing in a certain place, usually, and almost every one of them, that was the mechanic.
Sounds like a
And
rogue
on
player
top
to
of
me.
other ones. No, I know exactly right. It was a noob check. It was a noob check.
No,
but then
but
why isn't it in the
It
new
was
ones?
different stuff, man.
Yeah,
What are we
because
talking
there,
about?
there was the
They were okay.
the Arakakra
You guys
one.
aren't getting me. But it's good.
The Arakakra one, you had to move around because of the wind, and you
No,
had to rotate with it.
Yeah, but if the main mechanic in all of the instances and all of the raids
It's
in
always
Warlords
been
of
the same.
Draenor has been moved from the ground because there's shit on the floor, and it was death costly. It wasn't you're gonna get hurt. I'm not to heal you to top. It was you're gonna die
But
No.
you always have to do mechanics.
Yeah.
in the beginning. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about if you actually progressed from beginning to
But
end.
that
I'm not
same-
talking
that
about if you
same
already had the gear.
instance, The next boss, that fire boss guy, has the ads. You got to clear the ads and blah blah. You got to debuff. And then the other guy is that guy that
Yeah.
throws the balls. You got to dodge
Or
balls.
he rolls, right? Is
Yeah.
it he?
Okay,
rolls
so the
or-
first,
boss
the first
last
boss
boss-
is you got to move towards them, you got to move away from. The second boss is you got to move and you got to be in a certain lane, one of the three. The last boss is you can't stand in the lava. So,
But it-
what do those little things have in common?
Okay, in the
No,
last.
you have to move. There's balls coming both ways.
DDR.
Okay, we're not gonna
Okay,
agree on this.
listen,
so whatever.
on the last boss, you
It's-
also,
it's-
besides not standing in the
It's like
lava,
doing mechanics.
besides not standing in the fire or whatever, you also had to get off the boss, go kill an ad that was coming
Yeah.
towards him, or else you couldn't kill the boss. He would get super strong. He would give him a buff.
But there's also
I'm not actually fighting you guys on saying that there wasn't other mechanics in it, but I'm telling you the number one mechanic in it, the
there's
noob check.
That's always a mechanic. How are you not gonna, you know, you have to pay attention to your
he
surroundings.
just didn't like that there was a lot of ground mechanics. Or
In
things on the
in
ground.
vanilla in Molten Core, when do you have to move
I mean, almost every fight.
on every fight? Can we go through them then? Let's go.
Like Baron Geddon, you had to run away from whoever was the bomb.
What about the
Uh,
core hounds?
Core hounds, you had to
Yeah,
kill
they-
the core hounds.
Did
and
you have to move?
There was fire.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you
Okay,
had to
hold
If
on,
you're a
no,
healer,
no,
you can
Didn't
stand
they do
there.
a cone of
to
fire?
the two co-
No, yeah, but okay, so
But
we,
yeah,
we
move out
went
things.
from watching stuff on the floor to like
Moving.
vanilla was literally the tank had to point him away, and that was a lot of the mechanics.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's lame. Why would you want to? Okay, the tank does the mechanics for the whole raid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wants it easier. He doesn't want to move.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you're
But that's-
saying.
No,
that's-
I'm saying they can have something else. They
Like
can have
what?
like
But
maybe
that's
like Monster
literally-
Hunter attack a certain area, or maybe
They do that.
No, but
what is that?
They're
Vanilla
cones.
was
They do
like
cone attacks.
vanilla.
Who does
was,
contacts?
The boss. I don't remember each one.
I'm not talking about. I'm not okay. I'm talking about. Oh, no,
I'm
it doesn't
talking about
matter.
instances.
I mean, you got
right?
Onyxia that
I'm just talking about the
fears and
mechanic
that
in
flame breaths
general.
everybody and spawn.
We went off into a tangent about this shit. I'm sorry I brought it
But
up.
no, there was. Honestly,
He doesn't want to move. That's all.
honestly, vanilla was
wants the
like
tank to
I
do
just want to
everything.
stand there.
95% if your
You know
tank
what?
was
What
good,
pissed
you
me
did-
off is
you
that they
did
made
well.
melee move all the time, and I just like standing there and fucking bashing away. Right?
That's
Yes.
exactly why they made you move. So you feel like you're doing more than just.
That's bullshit.
mashing.
And then I get DPS, and then the DPS
You
just
fall
goes.
asleep.
pew,
You used to
pew,
fall asleep
pew,
on the
pew.
keyboard anyways, dude.
Yeah, because it's fucking boring. Why do you think? Because it was like, oh yeah, avoid
Because
this.
you're not moving enough.
All right, avoid
That's
this,
why they added it.
and then
Okay,
avoid this,
All right.
and then avoid this.
Let's.
All right, now you can DPS again.
Yeah. Obviously, Steve is a special type of player that just likes to stand there.
Y'all are jealous.
So
Right.
Legion, how about them demon hunters?
Okay, so
Oh
anyways,
yeah. Anyway, I don't really, honestly, Warlords of Draenor, I didn't care at all for it.
I like the lore.
It was interesting. to
Really? Because you
in
played the
Draenor
most, and you leveled up like every fucking character, and
because it was so
you did
boring
all the fucking mounts,
and
and then
easy
like.
to like level.
Dude, Warlords of Draenor was 2 years.
I don't get how
expansion, though.
someone cannot care about something and then play the most out of all.
I
this
never
put
played
together.
the
Guilty.
I also liked leveling. All I did was play different characters to
Yeah.
play their starting area, and I leveled in different zones to get the story from that. I was
Yeah.
trying to get the lore achievement, but oh my god, there's so many quests.
There's so many different quests, so many different areas, and everything that you
Yeah,
have to
and
go through.
I'm like, each expansion, I'm like, I'm gonna get it, and then a new expansion comes out, and they add new fucking achievements to it. It's like, fuck, I'm never gonna get it.
I think maybe that's maybe that's why I don't like World of Warcraft anymore. My mindset is always level up and then get to raids and then do the
You don't even
end
like
game.
doing raids.
I only like doing it because I love talking shit and like going
which
through the
isn't what
process.
you do in a raid.
Yes, you do.
I mean, which isn't what helps.
and if
in
you
a
don't,
raid.
it's boring.
doesn't
and if
help.
you know what,
Well,
if it doesn't
exactly.
help, then your guild sucks. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
you have to take it serious at some point.
No,
Like,
you
As
don't.
much as everybody would.
You
like
do. You
to-
buckle down, you do it, and then.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
but
that's
I'm
what every
saying,
guild
no,
is.
you're
But if you're not having
supposed to-
fun,
you're
why the
supposed-
fuck are you playing?
You have
It's
to
not a
take it
second job.
seriously,
You're
Get
playing to
the
get better
rhythm
gear.
down, and then you can
God,
start
I don't
talking
know what I'm
shit.
talking
And to
about.
progress.
It's starting to make piss me off about this game.
Right?
It depends on what you're trying to achieve, though.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go on a casual,
My
guild,
thing is
that's
when I
fine.
play video games, I'm trying to achieve fun.
I mean,
And if you're not doing that, I don't know why you're
It-
playing video
it
games. You guys are
depends
weird.
on-
Progress
your-
to get better gear.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I was
But
achieving
for
for
what?
Monster Hunter last night.
To
But look at me.
progress.
To
and
get
get
some
better gear.
digital item that'll like fade away in time
Obviously,
anyway.
then why are you playing video games?
Obviously
Because
not
I want to
the
have
game for
fun. I
you.
just said that.
Obviously, not the
Okay.
game for you.
Yeah, obviously not.
That's why I don't
Clearly
play
not.
it. I've been
Why are you
saying
playing
this.
Monster Hunter then?
Because it's fun.
It's the same thing.
No,
I
it's
disagree.
It's the same exact.
Well,
thing.
why, you're playing to have fun. You're playing to progress.
not. I'm
You
playing to
kill
have fun. It
monsters.
doesn't matter what I do in it.
And don't
I'm
do the
playing to have
quest.
fun.
Then don't do the question.
I'm playing to have fun. I'm having fun. I don't care what you
Alright.
guys say.
Okay, sure.
Well, it's just a day, so
Sure.
I mean,
it's one day.
World of
Yeah, and then
Warcraft is
when I
there
don't
so you
have
can
fun, I
play it
won't play
however
anymore.
the
That's the
fuck
way
you
my
want.
games are.
Yeah, that's what
if
I'm
you
saying.
don't want to
Depends on-
raid, don't raid. If you want to go pick
I've-
flowers, you
like
know
I said-
what? People will pay for that shit.
I
That's
know.
when you guys say like, "Oh, I don't like my raid
You
experience because I'm
do.
standing still." Well,
And there-
maybe
and there
I
you go.
have fun when I stand still.
Listen, you're
What's the
talking
problem
about
with
like me playing all the thing and like, why am I playing if I'm not like the person that played the most?
You
yeah.
said you're not having fun. That's why I said. That's why I said. Why are you playing?
I'm working towards something. I'm trying to.
Is
get
that
the
fun
mouse.
for you?
Hell no. It's
Why do
boring
you
as
play
fuck.
video games then?
Because I want to progress and get shit. I like having a digital crap.
All right, well
I like-
that's great for
I
you
like
then.
hoarding.
That's
Oh,
great.
Dude, I love hoarding.
I collect all the.
I don't know.
pets,
I don't agree
collect
with
the
the reason why you
mounts.
play games, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I
Good
don't
for
have
you.
fun doing it. I fucking hate it.
I like-
Hate it.
What the
I
hell?
love
hate
when
going to Ice
Transmo-
Crown Citadel for the last fucking however many years it's been
For the mount?
and not getting the
Invincible.
fucking mount. fucking Arthas won't
Hey,
fucking
dude, you guys
drop
have
it.
Invincible?
No.
No.
Damn, it's just rare then.
Yeah, no shit.
Does anyone have Ashes of Alar?
No.
No.
Fuck, I want that one so bad.
I tried farming that one too and I got sick of it.
Yeah.
I got a Nixia mount. That was the only one that I managed to get from farming.
I lost the
Bastard.
mech engineer head or whatever from
Oh.
Old War.
Oh,
See, okay, that one's not that hard to get though. 'Cause
Oh.
You just have to get past
You
the
know
first
which
part.
one
No
is,
wonder that's the only one that I fucking found.
you know what's the most prestige one that anyone's have as us friends in that game?
Mm.
Clemente's mount.
I don't think
The
so.
blue.
The Baron mount?
What the fuck? How are you gonna get that shit? And he got it actually
You
in
can
the
still get it.
expansion.
Yeah, you can still get
It's
it.
an off skin though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's awesome.
I
It's a rare skin
guess.
because what you're never gonna
The
get that
Alliance
skin.
Warhorse,
unless-
I got no one can get it.
You can
anymore.
still get it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What's the Alliance Warhorse from?
From the Trial of Crusader.
I
You can
think
still get it.
No,
You can still get it?
Got that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can still. Oh, you know
still
what's
only
another
though,
one
right?
too? The one that
I have-
before
you-
PvP was a thing.
You got it, and it gave you.
You
both
used to when you
sides.
bought an epic mount as
But
a
it's
human,
like
it wouldn't have
wolf,
armor on it.
like a dire wolf with armor. It doesn't
I don't
look that
remember.
cool. The
But
Alliance
yeah.
Warhorse looks really awesome.
But you can still get Baron
We
Geddon?
did a lot.
Yeah.
of
I
that
thought they
when was
changed it
playing
after you
Druid
got.
on
It's not Baron
Alliance.
Geddon anymore.
It's not, but you can still get them out.
Who's
Dude, I
the
don't
boss?
I don't know. But he's
You had to
can
do
still
it
get the horse
time,
from him. He's a
no
Death Knight or
deaths.
something.
Mm.
Oh,
You
yeah,
still
that's
get
what
it.
happened then.
Yeah.
Sorry, back on topic. We're all talking over sidebars. This is weird. Legion. What were we?
That's when they introduced the whole scaling stuff, and
Well, that's toward the end because I remember
No,
starting. Really?
you could start in any in any zone.
region.
Yeah, you
Well-
actually picked which zone you wanted to start in.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Because I jumped in like on my.
Edgar, shut
what
up.
was it?
All right, we're gonna start
Mage?
talking about the last thing because we only have 10 minutes left because we're already over our time. BFA,
Hey, well, Legion was a really
dude.
Well,
too late.
I mean, Legion's a segue
Segue.
into it, dude.
I mean, who cares if we go over? Like, if people don't want to listen to it, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we.
I mean, come
and
on. This is already 2 weeks
this
spanning.
is a very niche thing.
I got paid for 45 minutes, so
You're getting paid?
We're not gonna talk too about that, dude. We'll talk-
I mean, what
Well,
else?
dang
What
it.
else is about Legion that you guys want to talk about?
Everything. We
They
haven't talked
introduced
anything about
they
it.
I don't know.
introduced- Well, first of all, they introduced the whole weapon thing, which I thought was pretty cool.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
Legion thought was really cool the way they did that. Yeah,
I
the
like
artifact
that,
weapons
I
were
did.
cool.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
the hardest thing about World of Warcraft was getting a fucking weapon, dude.
Yes.
And then dropping, and then you being the one that gets it because everyone
Right.
else fucking gets it except for you.
Right.
Forgot about
I mean,
that.
it did make it way more special, and it's weird how back then we're like, oh, our guild got it for our tank, or our guild got it for our rogue, whatever. But now it's like, you fucking have it. Like, that's your thing.
Oh, one thing I forgot too. In World of Draenor, you actually got recognized as a fucking commander, and before that, you were always just like a
Wasn't, yeah.
backdrop person that
You were a
wasn't even
hero.
part of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
now you're like a leader of a. You're the master huntsman.
You're the guild hall
or,
leader.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the leader of your like paladin.
Arc,
you're the
you're
main
becoming an
paladin.
arc druid and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That I thought that. See, that's
The
really
high
cool.
priest and.
Yes, that was. So
Oh, and that was
awesome.
really cool in instances too. Like if you fought that druid in that one instance,
Oh, he was
Yeah.
talking about it.
he was like, oh, "There's an
Where did
arch
you get
druid
that
in your group."
staff?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's like,
That's
"There's
a
an arch
really
druid in your group."
powerful staff you're yielding.
yeah.
And
I
he,
like
he
that.
gets all freaked out.
I like that as your class, you got to build it like with all your priests. You got to build up your guild hall.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. I really enjoyed that. And then the quest that you had to do to like unlock your weapon or get it initially, that was super cool. As a paladin,
Yeah.
super excited.
Honestly,
for the weapon.
the one thing I like most about Legion is they kept bringing shit out. Like,
yeah,
if
there
you
was so
think
much
about
stuff to
it, there
do.
was a lot of stuff. Like, first you had to unlock Nighthold, but that wasn't the first raid. The first raid was the Emerald.
Oh yeah, I
Right,
like
right?
doing that
Oh,
whole quest.
well.
That was
you had
awesome.
you had to unlock.
I was
the-
talking about
the
zones.
quest. Oh yeah, there's zones.
Dude, that whole
But
zone
still-
was awesome.
Still, after you got done with the islands, they added the other island.
Yeah.
And then after they added the
Shortmore.
island, then they added Antares.
Yeah,
So it's like they kept adding shit to it.
but yeah, it was like the initial first 5, and then you unlock the middle one, which was Soromar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the island next to it, and then the planet.
Dude, I enjoyed
that was
Suramar
awesome.
so much.
Yeah. And when you think about it, it's like, what? It's been over a year now?
Yeah, probably.
Was it?
What, Legion?
But it feels like it's been multiple expansions because they've been releasing so
it
much
was
shit
released in
with it.
2016.
Oh,
August
shit.
30th.
So 2 years.
Yeah, almost.
But see, it
Less
doesn't
than
feel
that.
like 2 years
right.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
2 years.
because
No, it
they've
doesn't.
been kind of.
Yeah, they've been keeping it fresh.
Well, that's one of the few ones. Well, they said they wanted to do that, right? Like not so many expansions. Oh, yeah, they did want to do more expansions.
And I don't even know when I came back, but I know I was basically being carried already to get the weapon by Oscar, and I don't know who else was helping me, or I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But
I think that was fun though, trying to upgrade your weapon and getting all those. What?
I
I mean,
think-
at first it wasn't fun,
because you could only get one weapon for one spec, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can upgrade all of them. You can get all the specs, but you would.
Oh, you
wouldn't
had to
have that
pay for
weapon.
them or something,
No,
right?
No,
That's-
you
that's
had to
what-
reach 102 to unlock the next one.
Ah.
And
Yeah.
then 104 for the third one or
Yeah.
something like that.
And then, but you would
Right.
have to get all the points up for that specific weapon though.
Yeah, then you had
Right.
to
So
restart.
So you really couldn't
getting
go
them.
all
Right, right.
classes anymore.
Well, you could once you got to like
But
max
the weapon
level.
sucked.
Okay.
No,
But
because
actually-
you keep getting tokens.
Yeah.
And then you could do research with the book.
No,
and
and
the tokens would.
Oh,
Also,
and that's
the
what
thing
carried
is,
on from the
he
garrison
stopped-
too, right? The board.
He
Yeah.
stopped playing, but it got to the point where everyone was at the same level. Like,
Well, that's not true, because when
They catch up.
with battle, well, yeah, the tokens were. Oh yeah, the research you're talking about.
the research
Yeah, okay,
level.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
you had
they
to be
were
really
all-
invested in that game though, because if you raided and you didn't upgrade your weapon like I did, like I think I had like at the end you get a bonus attack damage, and I think I had like 15% or something like that. But then like Cal and Eric had like 50% by the end, or like 25%.
That's
It
the
made a
thing-
big difference.
That's the thing that kind of killed our guild the first time.
Yeah.
Is that we had the solid 5 to 6 players that were constantly on doing mythics, doing that stuff, and your DPS was a big difference. People that were actually on and investing
Mhm.
time and actually doing stuff, you could see their DPS was like almost 40% better than the
Because
other
when I
guys.
finally got that bonus, then I was actually like right below those top 5-6 guys.
Yeah.
And then everyone else was just like shit.
Yeah, that's what like building a raiding guild, like it never like. I
But that
never-
problem never happened before.
Well,
I
if you're
never
rating,
felt-
you're putting a lot more into it
Right,
than
but-
most other people.
But when we were
Maybe.
trying to build a raiding guild one time, it was like 3 or 4 of us that were always trying to get it, and the other guys would literally only log on to
For
raid.
raids.
right.
And it's like you're not putting in the time. You're not putting in the time.
What was the time though? Like,
I was
and
good,
okay,
dude.
back
That's all I
then,
needed.
what was the time that they needed? They needed what, like the potions and other bullshit?
Well,
Yeah.
it's also geared depending
because
on where
this time
you're
it was
at.
different. The whole thing that I'm
Well,
trying to say
I
is
understand that.
you can do all that stuff, but like the artifact power, like if you didn't have the group to do those mythics like he's talking about, like you were
You just had
fucked.
to do
Even,
dailies.
no,
You
even
just
if
had to
you
do
were
mythic
on and you
quests
didn't get that
for
group,
No,
you
you
were kind of
could always do world events.
No, and I understand
And
that,
you
and you
get
would
a
get
relic
some, but mythic like plus, dude, you got so much shit. It wasn't even funny.
Okay, yeah, but you could also do it other ways.
you can
That's
do
what I'm
it
saying. There was
PvP.
multiple ways to do it.
Like these guys
And you
would get
didn't
it done
have
like
to rely on a
within like
group
the
to
first
do
couple
it.
of days of the week, and if you wanted to do that, it would take literally your whole week to do something like that. Like yeah, if you had the dedication, that's great, but like a lot of people didn't have that.
But some
There
people,
was-
what I'm
there's
saying is
different-
some people didn't even try to get it
Oh
on their
yeah,
own.
of course, that's
That's what I'm
always the
saying.
case.
That's like
That was me
literally,
sometimes.
they literally just signed on for raids,
never
and it's
tried.
like
I didn't try in the beginning, but at the end, I caught up.
there were people
They didn't
like
catch
that
up.
still had like, like really crappy like questing gear. They didn't even have dungeon
Yeah.
gear. Like
And
they
I
were-
was playing
they were trying to raid like
fucking
that. It's like
Cutlass
dude,
Rogue or
you
whatever
put
it's
a little
called.
effort in, man.
It was
do
not
LFR.
Combat Rogue, dude. That
Fuck,
thing
do
sucks.
something.
Well, I understand some aspect of that. If you're DPS, like you're not gonna be in mythics and heroics all that quickly because you're spending like 11 to 30 minutes waiting per group.
No,
Whereas
but the
if
thing
you're
is,
If you're lucky.
if you're in
or
a-
if
in
you're a
guild-
healer or tank, like you're gonna
Dude,
be that
Eric,
much
don't say that in our
quicker.
guild because
Yeah,
you know
I-
why? Because there was only five to six
No.
people that would always do the mythic, and then if you got lucky, if someone didn't log on, then you'd be there, and then they would be like, okay, your DPS is
we
trash,
would literally
and then you would kick them.
say who wants to carry.
Listen, I
Was
got
this when I was in
listen,
there?
I wasn't even in his guild, and I got invited to shit.
Yeah, you can get invited to
And
shit.
they carried me.
At that point, you
I
can.
had-
No, that's what I'm
You
saying.
weren't there during progression, dude.
That's what
Yes,
I'm
I
saying.
was.
No, you were not.
No, we weren't
In,
that.
well, I was.
I
for
never
Warlord-
saw you when I played, and if
for
you weren't
Warlords
there,
of
then you weren't
Draenor,
there in
yes,
progression.
not for Legion.
Oh yeah, World of Draenor, yeah, of course. Yeah, that was easier. I'm talking about artifact power, and when it comes to those type of mythic
no,
plus
I
things,
think we did mythic
I'm not
plus
talking
mythic
about
too.
that
Nah,
other
not
shit.
Legion.
Oh no, we did.
No,
not.
man, he never did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just different with that game.
It depends on what we were doing. Obviously, if we're pushing keys to try to like beat timers and stuff like that,
Right.
we're not gonna get a guy that logs in once a week and just
No.
raids. You know.
It just depends. I'm just trying to tell you that probably happened in every guild where there was a set amount of guys, and then they're trying to do keys or they're trying to do something else, and they progress and they get that artifact power and they become powerful. But then everyone else will get left behind, and it's because they had 10-man raids. They didn't have any more 21, so then you only had to invest your time in really about 5 people, and
no,
then
mythic
you-
is 20. You have to have 20.
eventually. But I mean, that was like what
No mythic.
you would
It's
have
always-
top DPS. You had 5 top DPS, and you would still be able to kill people.
No mythic.
It'd just be harder.
Mythic is.
I don't know about
really-
Mythic. I'm talking about like Heroic and below.
No. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm just saying. Like, it was just harder. Like, I understand, like, you're saying, like, oh, if you didn't put the time in, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're right. But it wasn't like, unless you had that set, like, group, like, you weren't getting able to raid as.
Well, if you're in a
deep
guild,
as
you
the
should
law.
have a set group, especially
It
if you're
just
trying to
depends.
progress.
It just depends.
We were
Well, then you weren't in the
literally-
right guild.
I was a DPS, and
It almost sounds
I don't
like
doubt it happened to everybody.
it
If people
boils
fight,
down to like
people
the
group it up as
politics of a guild. Because if you're in a very well structured guild, you have 1, 2, or 3 groups going
Exactly.
constantly.
That's good groups.
But
That's good
no,
groups.
that's what I'm saying. Like it totally boils down to what guild you're in,
Yeah.
and what the guild is focusing on, and your playstyle. If you're a
It sounds
casual
like you had the
gamer,
wrong people in
guess
your guild
what?
there.
You're not gonna be rating top level tier until
happens.
maybe everybody's like
Or
done.
not invited.
Yeah, or not
So-
invited.
And
But
this
if
last
you're-
and this last thing too that you're talking about, that the biggest thing is people wouldn't finish their quest lines too. Right? They wouldn't finish Suramar. They wouldn't get their.
I mean, you had to.
Is
You
that
had to-
because of rating or because of what?
No, just in general. Like most people that were lazy didn't finish their quest, or they didn't get their reputation grind, or they didn't progress their story to Suramar.
I mean, I'll take that because I quit after like a month.
In
or
Warlord
something.
of Draenor, you didn't finish your ring quest. You know.
No, but in the beginning,
Even I got my
That
ring.
was the last thing because you could level that up certain tiers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did it like 2 or 3 times because of all the rating, and then I just stopped.
Yeah, and then if you didn't have the final one, your DPS for shit, and that
Yeah.
was
It was
really
still
hard.
good.
You needed help on that one.
it was still good.
No, because like
It
as
only
a melee,
scales slowly.
as melee,
Yeah.
if you didn't have that little explosion thing at the end when you
You always get that.
push that, no, it, was
just-
something. It was the
wasn't as big.
activatable thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's like it activates it, and then people that wear the ring,
No.
depending on how many.
The last one was the
percentage.
oh, never mind. You know what I was talking about? It was the rating gear, the fourth ability
The
gives you
fourth piece.
the fourth piece.
Yeah, but that was in HFC. Like for fucking hunters, it was ridiculous. It made your aim shot instant if you got a 4-piece.
Yeah, and then for
Which is a
rogues, it was
2-second
like
cast.
I forget what it was for rogues, but it was ridiculous too.
Yeah, everybody's 4-piece in HFC was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. That
I think
Now
I never
there's
had to use
no,
S&D
there's no
anymore.
tiers.
nice.
What?
They're getting rid of tier pieces.
Why? That was the funnest part.
I mean, okay, now
transmogrification.
good transition into
Right.
fuck man, we're gonna go way over.
That's fine.
But
Like I
it's-
said, it's a very niche episode anyway. If people want to listen to it, it's
Yeah.
up to them.
I
I
mean,
feel bad for him, skin.
But
If you're
You
still
made it this
listening,
far?
thank you.
There you go.
Yes,
there you go.
guys. Okay, but this bullshit that just happened.
but they got rid of tiers. Now like they're powering armor pieces, so head, shoulders, and chest with Azurite. So do you guys know what Azurite is?
The thing
Stone?
that came from Silithus.
So yeah, after you finish
Oh, right.
Antaurus or whatever the raid, you kill the Titan god or whatever, Sargeras, and he throws his sword into Azeroth and hits Silithus and opens a big old
Penetrate
gap.
Silithus, yeah.
And the goblins start mining this material that's coming out of it,
Azurite.
but it's actually killing Azeroth, and it's Azurite, but it's really powerful, like metal material, whatever. And they start right now they're developing weapons, or whatever. So I think the next, you get a neck piece, which is a thing that like kind of is your legendary or whatever. It keeps scaling, you level it up or whatever.
Oh, this is your new relic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then your headpiece, your shoulders and chest, there's like tiers to them. So there's talent trees to that, depending on the gear you get. Not everyone's the same. It's all different. So your headpiece can say, like I was playing Hunter, like your auto attack or a certain attack increases your haste for.
So we all know what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna find the best one, and everyone's gonna try to farm it.
But you can't. It's random.
Yeah, just like the legendary rings were in Warlords of Draenor.
No.
No, yeah.
They're
Oh wait, which one was it?
They're literally random.
in Legion.
tiers.
In Legion, you would get the box. You would open the box, and then you would get a shitty ring. You'd be like, "Damn it, I got a legendary ring, but it sucks." And then you would get the
I
next
think-
one.
No, you're not understanding me.
What?
It's literally random, the shit that they buff you with,
The stats.
the stats. So you get a legendary ring now, but it's set for rogues. You get this for like for that, the stats you get to choose between 2 different ones, but they're different in every one of them.
So a little bit like that, but you just that it's random stats too.
Yeah, so you can't really farm like, I'm gonna go here and farm because yours can be haste and something. Mine's can be like versatility and something. Like, oh fuck, mine's useless, but this is the best thing.
So you could farm it though, because you could just keep going for the same thing, you know?
It's like I said, it's different unless you're gonna go for the same. I mean, maybe it could happen.
It's
but gonna be a
RNG
fucking
again,
mess.
just like the other ones, but just a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's more.
Well,
RNG.
I mean, a
They're
lot
gonna,
harder.
I mean, I guess
actually.
they're gonna release more like tiers or higher level things that come.
Oh
out
wait,
of
aren't
those
they gonna
things.
do the thing that those time warp guys do? That you can change the stats Like you get half of the good ones, and then you get rid of the whole. Let's say like you wanted versatility,
Oh, they did that in Panda.
and they also did it in Legion, didn't
Oh,
they?
reforging.
Yeah, they
That was
introduced
actually
it
pretty
again.
good. I actually like Reforging.
I think
Yeah.
they actually are going to reintroduce it again, or they already did.
I don't. I didn't reforge when I played beta, but I don't know if they did have it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question, Eric. You've played the intro stuff, which is the burning of Pedrasil or whatever, right?
What, the cinematics?
yeah, well, there's the
the
events
game.
that are going on
Yeah, the
right now,
in-game
the
events.
pre-launch events. Then there's like
Fuck Sylvanas, huh?
yeah. So yeah,
Team
I agree.
Sylvanas right here. I'm just kidding.
No, I don't like her either. I'm playing Horde. But still, anyway, the point is, when you finish, there's like events that pop up that you can go do and you get gear. It's like 210 or something, right?
Mhm.
What level is your relic weapon at? Because mine had, I could get a weapon from one of those little event things, and it was better than my relic weapon already.
Mine's probably not a good. My weapon was 1,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Item
So what's
level.
your item level now? That it's scaled.
It's like 270.
Okay, so it depends on how much relic power you had in it.
Yeah.
Is what it? Okay, that's what I want to know because I wasn't sure. Because mine, I was like, is my weapon already garbage?
Yeah, because most of my gear is like
Which it was.
245.
Okay, yeah. So the gear you get from those
It's 210.
scenarios is 210.
But it can proc higher, I think. Warforged.
Yes, you can get a forge, warforged.
Well, actually, I don't know if they're removing that.
I will
No,
say
it was.
that
There is because two of my pieces got like a prismatic stock, and one of them was higher, like 215 or something.
It's funny like that warforging. I don't know. It makes you become a little more addicted because of like gambling, the gambling aspect.
Man, you
Because
really
you're like,
your
oh
game,
man, I'm gonna finish
No,
this
dude.
quest. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's normal.
that was the coolest. That was
Honestly.
the thing they introduced in WoD, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I remember that, and you're
But
like, and you would finish a quest with someone, and then you'd be like, man, I got a blue chest. He's like, really? Mine's epic. I'm like, what the fuck? This
Exactly.
is bullshit.
It was a
Fuck this
really-
game.
Wait, which game was it too? That also you could increase the chance and like it would like roll, and then like it'd be like bing, and then turn epic. Was that Warlords of Draenor? That's when they introduced it.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. It'd be like,
Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about. Where
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
you'd be questing
oh,
with
that's
someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd get like a quest reward, and it'd be like, I got a blue chest.
It
piece."
would
It's like,
roll,
whatever.
and you
It's
would just
mine's
see it
epic.
like
It's like,
upgraded
fuck.
automatically.
you like
You're
mouse
yes!
over it. You're like, oh, I'm gonna hit a green, blue. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like
Or epic was even nicer. That
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, it
but
was
I'm
cool.
just saying, like, yeah.
Well, it depends though how you see it, because I think that kind of messed up rating.
Because some people didn't have with like the high end.
No,
stuff.
dude.
Oh,
you
a
can do
Titan Forge.
LFR,
Titan Forge.
and this shit
Oh,
with
yeah.
Titan Forge to better than heroic.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
it was
fuck,
LFR.
I've been rating fucking heroic
Hey,
and
Eric.
this fucking guy or mythic actually.
But I mean,
Eric, wasn't
okay.
it though? Like LFR Titan Forge wasn't as good as like heroic Titan Forge. It didn't matter, huh?
Titan Forge didn't have a cap.
Okay, but I mean,
Love it.
what time frame are you talking about? Because let's say you just started the game's out a month and you start LFR. By that
LFR
time-
comes out a week after the.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, let's say a month. Yes,
Mm.
you have some people that are very progressed, but I don't think LFR is going to be as full of people
There's a-
like that are
There's
that
a Titan
weird.
Forge
Dude, you'd be
cap
surprised.
that they were.
I
kept pushing.
guess.
I mean, LFR is going all the time. It's harder for DPS, but
Right.
in the initial launch, you can get into LFR real quick, even as DPS. I
Oh.
remember in Panda when that came out, dude, LFR was full all the time as DPS. It'd be like the longest you waited was 10 minutes,
Panda,
which is super short.
For a
'cause
raid,
people
yeah.
stopped. That's when guilds started really crumbling.
with LFR.
Yeah, because people stopped. You can do flex rating. You can raid with.
Yeah, you can raid whenever you
heroics,
want.
But you
What
can
was
raid
flex
with other
rating again?
people.
I forgot what was flex rating.
You
Huh?
could raid with a certain amount of people, and it would scale to that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that was
inter-
awesome.
You can still do that now.
Yeah,
but-
it's still around.
They released it so you can raid across realm
Oh,
and all that stuff.
Oh, that's right,
So
in
it was
LFR.
like,
Oh yeah, we would bring in
No,
people.
no, no, in a natural
regular.
raid. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, you would put a post out, and people would be like, you know, with
Oh,
the eye
that's
level.
Right. That's right.
That was awesome.
Actually, I,
I
want
like
to get a
that.
clarification now because I haven't seen this, but
Yep.
let's say that Eric wants us to roll Proudmoore Alliance. For
You don't
some
have
reason,
to play on
Proud
Proud.
Borderlands, guys.
but I'm on Bronzebeard because classic
You can
days.
still play with him, but
Yeah.
you just won't be in the guild.
Okay, so that's the main thing.
That's the
So
only
you
thing.
can't join a guild that's in a different server.
Right. That's the only
It
difference.
depends on what server.
Well, there are
Some
that are
servers
cross
are joint.
So
Yeah, but there's very few. But in Bronzebeard and
Yeah, probably
Proudmoore are not.
Right, but that's what I mean. Like I remember back in the day when I was on Tichondrius, it's like, oh, Battle Group 7 and shit like that.
Yeah, not
So
anymore.
is it
Yeah.
as long as you're in that battle group or that
No.
grouping?
No,
No,
for the other
all
one, you
of them
can
are
if
tied.
you're in a group
You
with
can-
them, party,
Any-
you're good.
Any server.
No. But I mean for the guild, because you're saying
Oh,
that
no,
as
for
long
guild?
as
Oh,
you're
yeah,
in
yeah.
guilds.
No, there's
Or
only very
certain-
few servers that are actually joined, and they're only the really small servers.
Yeah, the low.
It's
pop.
like Bronzebeard and some other one.
Bronzebeard's a small one.
They're
Yeah,
PvE.
Yeah, I
they
think
tend to be
it's-
smaller.
it's
It's
like,
like medium.
what's it, a genre or something? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Shara, something like
Something
Azandra.
like that. And
With an A
Bronzebeard,
something.
you can
Yeah,
you can
Oh,
Join
they're
that
joined.
guild.
Yeah, but you can't join a guild with like higher servers. Servers that
think
are
the
like
thing is-
higher, like
thing is
yeah.
higher.
they
full.
have a cooldown though. So like when Mythic comes out, you can't raid with other people outside of your realm.
Oh, really?
And then after a while, they release it for everybody.
Ah,
That's
Okay,
cool.
Same thing
that's
with I
interesting.
think
It's
same
good
thing
pro
with
quo.
heroic.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm new. I didn't know these things, so that's kind of
The thing though is
No.
like the problem with
nub.
it though is like your guild needs gold. So when
And
you
you can only
down
do that.
bosses as a guild, you get achievements, and then it gives you like a weekly
Oh,
challenge. That
you
gives
have
gold.
the challenges, right?
Is
I don't know
it-
if they're still gonna
Oh
have
yeah, those are
that.
cool.
But
Is that really that big of a ding if, let's say, 8 of you are part of the guild and 2 of you aren't? Or
Yeah,
is it
it's a certain
percentage-based?
that's ideal.
You have to have a
That's-
certain
yeah.
like 7 out of 10 or something
Okay.
like that.
Oh,
I
It's
think
the
I
majority.
think it's 8 out of 10.
Oh, is it 8?
So,
So-
if you leave it like that, yeah. But if you have to pug one more person, then you fuck it.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
also, they're changing this now though. But before, after a certain amount of people that are in the guild, you can't master loot. But now it's all personal. No matter what, it's personal loot. Everyone gets personal loot.
That's cool.
So everybody has a chance to just get something.
Yeah,
Or
So-
no.
and they can upgrade.
Now,
Yeah, I don't know.
that brings me to another point. I don't like that. I mean,
You wrote?
Oh.
Why?
Because
because
you
when
like
you're doing a raiding guild, you want your tanks geared as fuck first. So
Okay, yeah.
tier and shit like that it drops
Mm.
that is for their spec. You usually, because we did loot
Oh, so
council,
you can't-
usually give it to them.
Oh, so you can't master loot at all, you said.
You can't master loot at all. It's
Well,
all personal.
Oh.
No, not even in guild. Then.
I know I like that too. I like
Wow.
actually they don't have loot counts anymore because people are
I
Jewish
think
about that stuff.
It's funny because to me, because I love Diablo 3, it seems like they're just turning it into a giant Diablo 3 MMO.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
was like,
it really
when
is.
they started changing Paladin into a Crusader, I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
everybody gets personal loot because I
I
understand.
mean,
Yeah, it makes
it's
sense.
the same
It's a
creator,
group
bro.
game, but
Honestly,
at the same time,
I think it's better. I understand what you're saying about
Yeah.
gearing your tank, but I think it is better overall because I think you can gear people out faster, like
Mhm.
as a whole. Your
Yep.
guild,
No.
It does.
because
Well,
everybody,
I got all
think
the
about it-
gear
think
all
about it
the
this way,
time.
okay?
but everybody has a chance to get something.
You have a chance, but that same person has a chance to get something in every boss. So
Yep.
that person can get geared out, leave the fucking guild.
Yep.
Well, then that's because you have a shitty person.
But that's what I'm
Then-
saying. No, but
I mean,
okay,
that's,
you got-
that's a lot.
you
of
got other
negatives
problems,
happening.
Eric.
Yeah,
No, but-
that's a different problem.
You got other
but
problems,
let's
bro.
just say Edgar is playing, right?
I mean, he leaves the guild anyway.
whatever. But let's say
Exactly.
he's
That's
playing
why
a
I'm
rogue.
part of this.
Let's say he's playing a rogue, right?
Yeah.
And rogue gear just drops.
Yep.
I mean, once he gets decked out, he's probably gonna hand it to another rogue. But what if you don't have another rogue?
Wait, can you
That's a good
actually
point.
trade that gear though? Like, let's
Yeah.
say.
Couldn't you?
It could. You can still trade. It
Like, I remember
depends on the
giving tier
item
shoulders
level.
to someone,
I don't
I
know if they're
forgot.
still doing that, but it depends on the item level. If it's higher item level than yours, you can't trade because it's better.
In
than
the
yours.
beginning of Legion, I gave
Oh.
my shoulder. Or never mind, that was WAD. Never mind.
So
Okay, so you can still trade. So it's not that. Look,
if
I understand.
if it's better than yours, you can't.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, at least you can trade. At least you can still.
That's what I'm
help your
saying.
guild.
But that's if you have 2 leather workers or leather wearers that need that.
So is
Wait,
that
okay?
what's-
Well, I guess then smaller groups.
And
it's-
because of the shoulders that I mentioned that have the tiers, those tiers that are come out for him, if you trade it, it's gonna come out for that person. So it's gonna be a rogue tier thing, or
Oh, okay.
so you can't just give it to
any
anybody.
leather worker.
So if,
or any
if
leather
it's
wearer.
just leather drops, like your
Right.
leather wearers are gonna be okay, but
Okay,
I
I
don't
guess.
know.
Look, as a person that doesn't raid, I could give a shit about that. I'm just happy that it's personal loot.
Because you want all
and
the
that's
gear,
what
you
I'm
want all
saying.
that digital stuff to make you happy.
Well, yeah, but besides that, it's just because I don't have to worry about like if you like an LFR or not an LFR. If you were like if I did raid, and I was a pickup, I don't have to worry about them
Ninja loading.
prioritizing their guild and just
Mhm.
fucking me over as the
But
pickup.
that's-
And always
Mhm.
reserving a fucking awesome
Right.
item.
No,
and
but
shit like
or
that's-
that.
in a guild having to be in every raid and build up points, fucking magic points to roll on a piece of loot because hey, this guy's been here every time. Like, well, I'm never gonna get gear then because I can't make every raid or whatever.
It could be worse than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I just like it. I think it's great. I think it makes it simpler. I
No,
understand
I
that
can see the pluses, but because I raid, and we're trying to go for cutting edge, so
right.
it's.
I
kinda
understand that
hard.
your style of play is gear out the tank because he's important, and
I'm not even a tank, but
I
I
understand.
want
No,
to
I'm
get
saying
my
like
tank's gear.
right. You gear out the tank, because he's the most important essentially because he's taking all the damage. So you want to have him be as tanky as possible.
Just to make it easier on everybody
Right.
else.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
logically better.
You need that wall,
Well,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, the way I see it,
and
I
and
tier
your
it.
tank could just
Tank,
and your tank
healer,
could be
CVS.
Eric. Your tank could be Eric and just have the worst fucking luck in the world and never get anything.
guess what, man?
It
I'm
happens.
tanky for my guild.
It
happens.
Oh, you mean like real life?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Eric,
No,
Eric just
asshole.
has terrible luck. Like in every game we play.
That's what
it's
I'm
just-
saying. Like,
And I had the best luck,
Yeah.
and I never played.
Listen, I understand. Now I understand why you don't like this system.
Like they have to have something. Like let's say in Diablo. Okay.
But
no, hold on.
Okay,
no,
When
no.
we playing a fucking game?
wait,
What was
but
it?
before I get to that, but when they did it in WoD, initially it was everyone had a chance to get something in dungeons and stuff. It was personal loot. But some people would get absolutely nothing the whole run, so they changed that so you always get at least one item. If you didn't get
But you
anything
can't.
from the other bosses, on the last boss you will get an item guaranteed. That's
Really?
how they changed it, yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh,
you-
that's right,
So
that's
you'll
right.
always get at least one
Not
thing.
Mythic Plus
Yeah, I'm
is-
talking about in dungeons.
But
I don't
then-
like I said, I don't know how it works for raids, but at least in dungeons,
No,
that's how it works.
There's dungeons too. But Mythic
Okay.
Plus is it depends on how fast you do it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So
now,
you don't get loot until the end, or is it
well,
per
yeah.
boss?
No, it's at the end.
Oh,
So
okay.
you loot a chest at the end, and then depending
Oh.
on how
Yeah, because you
it
don't
doesn't
get
matter
gear for all the
now,
bosses.
but before it was if you 3-chest it, you get 3 chances for loot,
Loot,
or
okay.
3, and then now it's just one chest, and there's 3 pieces of loot in there.
What happened to
You know
Mythic
what?
Plus? It was better gear on top of that, right? Titanforge bullshit. If you did Mythic, you get you did a good time. You got 3 chests. But what if you did Mythic 10 plus? And
So
you
the
got
way
3
Mythic
chests?
Plus works, and I like it too, is because let's say the dungeon gave you item level 500
Mhm.
a year. If you did a Mythic Plus 2, the lowest it could drop is 505.
Okay.
Mythic Plus 3 is 510. So it would go up by 5 item levels
For minimum.
minimum. But it can also proc to 575, which was maximum.
Holy shit.
That's cool.
So you had the
There's a-
higher chance to proc big if you
Right. The higher you want.
and then at the end of the week, because depending on how high you went,
Mhm.
you got a piece of loot in a chest, and then that one had a minimum of. So let's say the minimum was like I said, 500.
Mhm.
If you did like the max, which is like a 15,
Yeah.
your minimum item level was like 570
Wow.
or something like. It was like no, I'm sorry. If your highest proc is 575, then your minimum proc is like 550.
Okay.
So that's the
still really
minimum
good.
that you can get.
Yeah.
And it can proc to 575.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's why you would want to do the high keys.
So you have a better
once.
chance, right,
You
to
just
at
need
the
to
end
do
of the
one.
week.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
And that was like Tuesday was like shit. You want to log on? Like, what did I get? What did I get? Oh fuck.
right.
I got something
It's so
useless.
weird. Like having not played this, it almost sounds like they are just introducing Diablo into it in an MMO aspect. Like that way, more people get stuff. Like whether it's useless or not.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
that's the
just
thing.
loot hoarding now.
Exactly. It's like
Like,
they're giving you something.
They're giving you way more options, or a lot more different ways of getting loot.
Yeah.
More ways
I
to
mean,
get loot.
there's.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot more streamlined way. You're getting something. Maybe not the
And-
best,
and
but
you're
you're
doing-
gonna be helpful.
Yeah, and the higher rift you go, the better chance for better loot.
Exactly.
It's the same thing as Diablo.
Yeah. So they're literally
Yeah.
turning WoW into Diablo.
Which is
but-
cool.
Nah,
I
already
mean,
is
I got,
into
dude,
WoW.
I love the
I
game,
mean,
so I'm not
I
complaining.
told you guys this when we had our talk.
Yeah,
last time.
but yeah, you did.
And-
But
But you were claiming WoW was better.
yeah, okay. See, the difference is also
That's
you
why
can
I
do a
said-
rift in like maximum 15 minutes,
But
or you
that's
fail.
my whole point that I said last time is you're doing the same shit in a slower pace.
Yeah.
So instead of you doing
Right. That's what that was the
1,000
difference.
rifts
Yeah.
in one day, you do
3 or
10
4
mythic pluses
Okay, yeah.
in one day.
Yeah,
You know,
that's too much.
But
time.
it's I mean it's harder. You gotta do mechanics and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Mechanic.
You can't stand
It's
still.
the same
We
thing.
already heard what Steve was saying.
You
It's
can't
the same
stand in
moving,
one
dude.
place.
It's the same
Ah.
thing as greater rifts though.
yeah,
'cause
that's true.
You can't stand in ice or else you fucking die.
Not with
you
that
know?
Or
attitude.
arcane,
Exactly.
or fire,
So it's the same thing.
or the electric,
I get you. I get
or
you.
the thunder.
If you're
But
still
that's-
listening,
I-
oh
I-
my god, you need a life.
Like us.
Insulting our audience here.
I know, seriously.
Unless you're a really big WoW fan, then I understand why you're here. You're probably like, I remember that.
We just never got to Battle of Azeroth. Apparently,
Well, we did.
I mean, a little bit.
Well,
we didn't talk about any of the changes, like the PvP thing.
No,
How
that-
they're getting rid of PvP.
So,
What? Oh, that's world
They're
zones
not getting
now.
rid of it. It's more-
And,
Well,
oh
there's
wait,
no zone.
oh
there's no,
dude,
there's no
War-
servers.
there's
War
no
mode.
more.
I
there's
thought
no-
it was cool
War
though.
mode.
There's no more battlegrounds.
Okay, yeah, but you
Which I
can
like.
actually turn on world PvP again, where like like before you could flag yourself PvP.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do
But
it.
now you get that plus your talents, and it's even in zones that aren't uncontested. So like you go to Northshire Abbey, for example, they said, and you can fight people whatever you want to. Like before, if you go to Northshire Abbey, you can actually. Well, I don't know if you can go in there or not.
Shire.
Yeah, Northshire Abbey.
All right.
Remember like the starting zone for the humans.
hmm
I don't know if you could go in there before. I'm pretty sure you could.
Yeah.
But it was a what do they call the zones when it's you can't fight there?
Not contested.
No, not
Uncontested.
Yeah.
no.
uncontested.
They call it like a sanctuary.
Oh, sanctuary. Yeah,
But
right.
those starting zones ended up being sanctuaries, but now
Really?
you can go literally anywhere
As long as
and you can
have
fight
that
with
mode
them,
turned
which
on.
is like the old school World of Warcraft, which
and
is awesome.
I see a lot.
I
of
didn't
people,
know that was a sanctuary.
Yeah, I see a lot
Yeah,
of people.
the starting places ended up being sanctuaries because people kept getting ganked when they're trying to level up
Oh.
from 1 to 10. It was sad.
But on top of that, if you activate war mode,
That's the thing
which
I'm talking
flags
about.
you PvP,
War mode.
Right, that's what it is.
you get a 10%
boost.
experience.
Yeah,
hell,
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so, you
I'm
can
seeing a
level
lot
while
of
you're doing
people-
that.
I think they're trying to promote just world PvP in general. That's
Well,
what
it's
they're
exactly
doing.
what's
for
supposed
Because
to
Azeroth.
everybody's gonna go
Yeah.
PvP now. Like
Battle
And-
for Azeroth.
and-
exactly. I
when
get
you
it.
get
wanna
honored,
No,
fight.
and that's awesome.
I think
No,
it's
I-
more of a,
dude, when you get
of a
honored, you get more
bonus.
abilities that are PvP friendly.
Yeah,
Well, it's a higher risk, higher reward kind of thing. Like you're
Yeah.
you're risking dying a lot. Like
I mean,
you
we
can
already play on a
literally-
PvP server anyway, so.
Well, no, they took it away, so now you have to.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But we
You actually
already
flag.
played
But
on a
because of how
PvP
they're
server.
merging servers, they're kind of taking away the individual servers and shit like that. Because they
Yeah,
already
but I
had
mean, most
them-
zones were already crossover anyway.
Right.
I just think it's really awesome
No, it's cool. I
It's-
agree.
It's
because that
definitely an
means you're gonna
interesting
fight
thing.
and you're gonna have that.
It also
Oh
means you
shit!
probably
Someone's gonna
shouldn't
kill me.
solo quest if you're flagged PvP.
Well, okay, because here's the thing: like all the beasts and stuff in that area are gonna be your level. Like, are they gonna bring player levels down too? Is it gonna be like the old battlegrounds where they just elevated your level
No,
to
you're
around
s-
the same stuff?
I wonder.
Yeah, so you're still gonna get wrecked by somebody who's like 20 levels, 30 levels higher than you.
No, it's,
or-
it's a little bit.
Huh?
In Battle of Azeroth, you have to be 110, and it's only 110 and 120.
No,
For
but
war
I mean,
mode.
but I mean like world. Oh, is it?
For war mode, you have to be 110.
No, you can do that at level.
Is it like a
10.
different
no, I
island?
thought you were talking about questing in
The
new
zone?
areas.
No. I
He's-
mean,
he-
like if you're in Hillsbrad,
Oh,
if
yeah,
a
you're,
level 110 comes and you're
and
level
that's
20,
why you're getting a 10% experience bonus.
Because you're
for
gonna be
taking this
dying a
risk.
lot.
Okay, yeah, I
Because
mean,
you're
like,
gonna
you
be
look
running back
brave.
to your
I
body
get
a
that.
lot.
They're
Yeah,
like, you're so
that's-
brave. You get 10% just because you're so brave.
Honestly, the best time to level, if you're gonna level a new character, would
Is
be
now.
the launch because
right.
everybody's gonna be so busy doing the new expansion that they're not gonna really be ganking you.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Everybody's trying to race for the top. And
right.
everything
But there's
like
always
that.
gonna be those assholes that
Oh,
are just
absolutely.
the people that didn't buy the expansion.
I
They
already
have
have
nothing
10
to
rare
do.
candies waiting for me.
Is what player boost?
The
Character
people who
boost?
didn't buy the expansion can't go to those new zones.
I know, but that's why they're gonna be in the old zones ganking lobies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It's
Because they have nothing else to do.
I like the new zones. Well, if you guys play it, I mean, visually, very nice.
Is there anything else in Battle of Azeroth that's changing besides you're
They
losing?
changed everything,
You're
dude.
losing. I know they changed.
Sinister
every
Strike for
spec,
Rogue.
I know
or
they
whatever.
changed the specs
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But they also. But I'm talking about any other game changes besides you're losing your relic weapon. Now you're getting a relic neck piece, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that,
So, like,
they
just-
get weapons again.
just kind of from going in the patch notes, which isn't really anything major, but I mean, I'm a big mage player. Kind of looking at what they're adding back in, apparently they took out arcane intellect
Yeah, you're getting. Oh yeah, they're getting buffs
and
back.
remove curse, but they're getting it back. Like being
Oh yeah, and
somebody
then
who-
Priest got shields back.
Yeah, like going back to what is it, Draenor, when that was like the normal, and even further back, like Wrath of the Lich King, you're like, okay, what's the difference? But I
Yeah.
guess it's that major that it's a fucking patch or like part of the whole expansion.
They
A lot of
removed
people are
buffs.
getting back. Oh, druids are getting soothe back too.
yeah, I was
Warlock
seeing that.
Healthstones don't share cooldown with potions.
Oh yeah, that's a big upgrade. Oh, did you see the patch on Blood Elves?
Yeah,
No.
They can do
In a
golden
more
eyes now.
in a
Oh.
more side.
They can do
Orcs
what?
can stand
They
can stand tall
They
now.
can do golden eyes now.
Golden eyes
Oh.
for blood elves. Why do they have golden eyes?
Wait,
Super
Because they're free from the
dude,
corruption.
Come on, man.
Oh, they are? When?
I don't know. It happened at some point, but I guess they're not. They don't no longer.
Oh,
have
after they killed Sargeras or killed Jaden for like the 12th time. That's right.
they no
at the
longer have that
Sunwell.
lust for
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, I forgot
So-
Sunwell.
That's funny because I thought you meant the
That was the
PvP, 'cause
Burning
apparently
Crusade, the
that
last
was
boss.
Major, taking away the silence aspect or the interrupt aspect of their like
Yeah.
racial, which
What?
was a major
They
PvP
took it
thing.
away?
Yeah, dude, that's been the biggest thing that Blood Elves have had.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
that, and they look cute.
now apparently all it does is remove the best buff the player has.
Really?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
so
well,
it just
that's
removes
why
the
they're
buff?
bringing buffs back,
Wait,
just
who
so
has
that
it?
they can.
Huh?
Who has the buff? Who has buff?
The Blood Elves. Well, no. Their racial only removes a buff from the other opponent, from the opposite
All
player.
I'm saying is you guys should go
Dude.
dark.
But yeah,
Iron
and it
Dwarves.
doesn't silence or interrupt anymore.
Wow.
But it does increase your mana. So
Do you
for
remember how it was in the
PvE,
beginning?
It's good.
you would have like 4 intros because you had to throw a mana thing at them first. It was 3 of them, and then you can explode. Oh wait, what was that? Just added DPS?
Wait, what?
When it first came out in the Burning Crusade, you would have to actually build up your explosion. You would have to throw 3 things at them, like arcane bolt thingies, 3 times. Do you guys remember this? And then you can use your explosion. You actually had to build it up at first.
I don't remember that. I just remember you exploded.
Damn,
Yeah,
I
no,
am the
it was
the
basically
Warcraft god.
Mana tap, or
You guys
what
don't
the
remember
fuck
that.
was it before?
Look it up, Oscar.
Yeah.
And
But
they
yeah,
want
you
to.
basically just did your like little AOE thing and you
So
silenced them.
before that, when the Burning Crusade first came out, you would have to throw one, cool down a couple seconds, throw another one, cool down a couple seconds, throw another one, cool down a couple seconds, and then then you can blow up.
That almost sounds like a quest, not a racial.
No,
'cause I
man,
think
that
the-
was your racial. I
the
swear to
racial's
God,
been
it
the
was stupid.
same. Let's ask the Jugles.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up too, but
All right, there we go. So, continuing. I don't know. Is there any other like class that you're planning on making that has big changes?
Everyone had big changes.
Oh no, yeah. I mean massive, but I'm saying like if there's something
so like
you
tanks,
particularly
I'm
cared
playing
about.
warrior, and man, they self-sufficiency or self what do you call it, healing, I guess.
Sustain.
Yeah, they kind of removed that, but I don't know. It's just a different play style. Maybe I just need to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
Okay, here it
no
is.
changes, though.
Mana tap, 30-yard range, 30-second cooldown. Drains 50 mana from your target and charges you with arcane energy for 10 minutes. This effect stacks up to 3 times, so you don't shoot anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so
whatever.
each
Yeah, you're right.
each time
It
you're
just stacked.
silencing.
That's
yeah,
all
and
it
then
did.
you
But
could do
you
your
can stack
explosion. If
it.
not, you couldn't do your explosion, could you?
You
Yeah.
just said it.
Yeah. So there you go. Remember that?
No, it doesn't do
No,
the
it-
explosion.
Yeah.
The explosion is the mana tap.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Which
no, no,
could
no,
stack.
no,
before
no.
you had to charge
No,
it.
no, no. The arcane torrent is an instant. Silences all enemies within 8 yards for 2 seconds. In addition, you gain 5 rage, 12 mana, 20 energy for each charge of mana tap currently affecting you.
What's up, bitches?
So that's a second thing you had to do. So you would mana tap, mana tap, mana tap, and then when you arcane torrent, if you had 3 stacks, you could silence for up to 2 seconds.
Oh, interesting.
And if you
And
did
you would
it,
gain
you
back-
could. And if you could arcane torrent no matter what.
Yeah, we could still do it.
So that's
oh.
why no one probably mana tapped ever.
I don't even remember that. Like
Yeah.
to be honest.
You're welcome.
I didn't
Holy
really
shit.
play Blood Elf.
I played Blood Elf in the Burning Crusade as a rogue,
Dude,
and then I remember doing that to get energy back. It was awesome.
I remember
Yeah.
just leveling up a paladin
remember
rogue
now.
and I mean a
Paladin rogue.
a
Yep.
paladin blood.
A paladin rogue, man. That
and
sounds awesome.
always using the arcane torrent but never mana tap.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
fucking
that too.
hilarious,
bro.
dude.
I have
I'm
that
was
fucking
mana.
bad at this game.
Yeah.
15 energy, dude. Or
Hey, I'll
focus.
still take you on my Guild and Proudmoore Alliance.
All right. So Edgar's gonna be playing the expansion.
Probably
Eric?
shaman.
Probably a shaman. Okay.
Alliance Shaman? Nice!
Wait, we're going
Eric's
vanilla?
gonna be playing
Space Cow?
expansion. What are you gonna be playing?
I'm probably gonna be playing a tank. So warrior. But I mean, I have everything level.
I got
1
win
to
for you, man. Oh, it's not.
You're going back
vanilla.
warrior. You're going back to the old school days.
I'm going back to Mex Man. My void elf though is called Mexipoo.
Wow.
Hey man, main tank with a name like that can't go wrong.
I'm probably gonna go Warlock.
Nice.
Actually, Warlock is really good right
I'm
now.
going Twitch watcher.
I'm gonna go.
Demon,
Affliction.
any spec is fine.
Affliction is all I play, so
It's different now.
okay.
Hey, what are you guys going
Have
for
you tried it?
classic? I'm just kidding.
Have you
Vanilla
tried
WoW, Shaman. No, what?
Have you tried?
Destruction?
No, Affliction.
Yeah. I played it.
Recently?
Yeah, I did the scenarios or
wait,
the
so-
whatever.
yeah.
I did the first one anyway.
Wait, vanilla. You're going shaman for real?
Yeah, I wanted to.
That's
are you
where
going?
I wanna go, Horde.
Enhancement Shaman.
What are you gonna go?
We'll see, man. We'll see.
I was thinking about going priest. Psych.
You didn't
I'm
like it
gonna
the
go
first
Enhancement
go-around.
Shaman, and I'm just gonna play with Clemente so he can get his he can carry me with his shitty warrior.
Oh.
Oh, he's going warrior. I'll
Mhm.
go rouge and I'll name myself Blout Vamp.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we pretty much covered everything we needed to. I mean,
And
there's
more.
and,
There's a lot more, man. But you know,
yeah.
we don't want to make a 2-hour podcast here.
True.
Yeah, we're already like at an hour 30, so
Awesome. So you guys know where you can
An
find
hour
us on
30,
Explorers.
exactly.
I don't think we need to repeat ourselves. Oscar, you want to sign us off?
no.
Great. All right. So we're all strength,
No hint.
and Steve and Eric and Edgar's not here.
You another restroom.
Signing off, and of course Oscar,
Yep.
the big boss man.
I thank you guys for listening. If you guys are gonna play, I will be Proudmoore Alliance, Mexipoo,
Or kill Jade and
Yep.
Horde. Yeah, you'll find us.
Proudmoore Alliance.
We'll be somewhere.
I won't
Check
be.
out my stream at /Supermex.
Yeah, you'll
I'll
probably
probably be
see us there
streaming.
talking shit about the Alliance.
For the horde.
I think he's the only Alliance.
More like for the whore, dude. I fucking hate Tobias.
Dude,
cares?
whoa, bro.
Anyways, thanks for listening. And if you actually listen to the whole thing, thank you. You're a champion.
We love you. We'll have sex with you.
No.
I mean, Steve does.
Peace
Right.
out.
Later.
Hey.
Bye.